camera action.
Can you hit that light for me?
Yeah.
Never mind, I'll get it.
Okay.
I'm like, ow, I'm blinded by the light.
Blinded by the light.
Rubbed up like a deuce, another roller in the night. Blinded by the light. Sorry. I really love that song.
Okay.
That was terrifying, wasn't it?
No, yeah.
So, welcome back. Welcome back, viewers.
Hello!
I have my hook down.
Welcome back to Real World Games. We are doing a continuation of what we were doing earlier, which is the Kelshiri campaign. Last we left off, our intrepid heroes had been recruited to go and seek out this orcish woman to possibly kidnap and who knows what else. And so their job is to go to Western Shore and pose as her friends, try to gain information or what have you. So they board the ship and they sail around the northern end of Kelshiri. They pass Agira's Tide, which seems to be incredibly busy with ships at the moment.
Ooh. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Do it.
No. No, I'm not gonna do that.
And they sail westward, or eastward rather, eastward, to the seaside town of Shellfier, where they put into port.
I think they're just shellfish.
So they're out in Shellfier, and their documents are checked, and let's see, we will actually do a couple of rolls for this.
Ooh, tell Maya hi. Is she here?
Oh,
Sorry. Is she not there?
hey Maya.
Hi Maya.
Welcome back, Maya.
Please tell me how to spell your name. Okay, let's go.
Alright, so
Maya.
okay. Wow.
Maya.
Interesting.
Bring me a bone and a large odor of flies.
So of course they ask for your names.
I am. I show them the character sheet. Of course. Sandel. I am Aramel.
Aramel
And Marie.
and Marie. Okay. Well, then welcome to Western Shore. They tell you that that of course that you're welcome to you know, spend some time in town. That if you're looking for supplies, most of their stuff's already been bought up. They are expecting some new supplies to come in from Owner's Grove and from Mead Home.
I love. Oh, sorry. I don't know what Mead Home is, but what is supplies?
Not there. Alright. So, but Mead Home and Owner's Grove are some of the places that they're expecting delivery runs to come from.
I'm not there.
While you're there. But no, you weren't in Mead Home.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I know what Mead Home is.
Of course, Mead Home is a halfling village.
Oh yeah, they like to make mead.
They do like mead.
This is not my character saying that.
No. Alright. So, alright. And the town is pretty, is not really super busy. It looks like everybody came, got their supplies, and took out for Agira's Tide. But you do notice that most of their industry is dealing with there's fishing village, or the fishing area where they process fish. They process hogs. There's a butcher shop, or a butcher area, a slaughterhouse. there is a grave yard in town. And
Are we in grave danger?
there is, let's see, a temple to the storm god. And let's see. Oh, yes. And there's a barracks, and at the barracks there is a job board.
I think we should go check out the job board.
I agree.
Might as well earn our way while we're earn our keep while we're here.
I might get a little bored during it, but
Anyways,
Baka.
so you show up there, and there's a couple of jobs on the job board.
What do we got?
One of them, it says Kratuk is looking for an urn. There is a clay pot that is missing.
That's a lady.
And she's offering 25 gold pieces for the recovery of this urn. Which is actually a fairly rich price for the lost item reward.
looks like that's the thing that we need to do.
Yes. What is the other jobs?
The other jobs was they are there's a bug hunt going on. Apparently some monstrous centipedes are causing some problems for the local farmers and ranchers. And as a result, they are looking for some intrepid heroes to go out and slaughter some monstrous centipedes for them.
What do you guys... can I roll a knowledge nature check to see if I know anything about giant or monstrous centipedes?
Sure.
Okay, is this camera on? Yep. Cool. Nope. Dang it. Nope. I got an 8.
Alright. You know, monstrous centipedes are insectile. They're probably poisonous. And they come in various sizes.
Varying is relative.
So, let's see. So you've got the bug hunt. You've got the looking for the clay pot.
Any others?
Let's see.
Let's try to avoid giant poisonous.
Word passed by that there is a wyvern worry.
Wyvern!
Yeah, that sounds a little bit outside your reach, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I know anything about wyverns?
they're scary. Very, 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 very scary.
They like to smile.
Yes.
No, you like to smile like that. They do.
So they're very scary. And
See, even Casper's afraid of them.
I don't know what to say. You just say at the door.
It's okay, Casper. We're not gonna sick one on you. Yeah.
so yeah, up and that's about half a week's journey is where there's trouble with this wyvern. It's up by this area called the Perch.
How much is the, just out of curiosity, idle curiosity for myself, how much is the bounty for the centipedes?
The centipedes.
Just curious for later on.
They're talking about medium centipedes are about a gold piece each. Small centipedes, they'll offer a couple of silver pieces. Large centipedes are offering 5 gold.
No, just for later on in case we happen to run across some, maybe. Okay, so is there a location? Is there a location on where we could gather or meet with Kratuk in order to
At the grave,
gather information about the urn?
At the graveyard, she's the grave digger.
Grave digger or the grave keep?
She's the grave digger, grave keeper. She probably handles all of that stuff.
Okay, so I think we should go to the graveyard and see if we can locate her.
I concur with that statement, sir.
Anyways, there. And she's there. She's an elderly orc lady, probably in her early 40s, which is kind of old for orcs.
Without my weapons in hand, they're all sheathed and stuff, I would approach, saying good morrow.
What can I do for you?
Are you Krita? And I'm actually speaking in her language, because I know Grisha.
I am.
We noticed you had a job available, and to search for an urn, we came for some information on it.
Yes. I'm rather concerned. It's a family heirloom, you see. And unfortunately, I do also seem to be missing 2 of my mentees.
2 of your what?
Mentees.
What are mentees?
People that I'm mentoring.
Her students.
I think I said mentees, as in like V's. I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought I heard a V in there too. Would we be able to get like a description and names of these mentees in case we happen to find them? We can send them back to you.
Of course. One of them is Arid, and the other one is Baird. They're fine young men, a little ambitious, perhaps.
Arid and Baird.
Arid and Baird. And she describes one as having sandy blonde hair. And the other
which
one has
one?
dark blonde, brown hair.
You guys here has the same one?
Yeah.
But you're dead.
And Baird is the dark brown haired one. And
Is there any distinguishing markings, tattoos, or maybe a missing fang?
oh no, they're fangs. But
No,
they're suggesting.
I think it's tusk. Isn't it considered a tusk?
Oh, they're not of my people. They're humans. They're Western folk.
Oh, okay. So no distinguishing markings, no tattoos,
This is their first internship, and they're very good. They're very hard workers.
Fairly young?
Young, sturdy lads. They're going to pick up some skill in alchemy before moving on.
Okay. Ooh, alchemy.
I wonder if we could.
That actually piques my interest. I would ask her, do you know alchemy?
Are you a healer?
I have dabbled in healing before, but I've never had formal training.
Well,
But I am interested in many forms of alchemy.
well, I'm a dabbler, one might say, myself in the art.
Michael,
Yes.
he wants to say hi.
I was just wondering where the notebook that had my spells in it went. I don't think I tore out that page. I just realized I don't have it.
Let's take a look. Maybe it's this one. Is it this one? No, it's not that one.
It's like they're orange, like yellowish, orange pages.
Let me take a look.
No. I think it was a red notebook. An older.
Red notebook.
Sorry. I just realized that I don't have it.
Red notebook. Oh, look at that.
By the way, I'm trying to convince a friend of mine to join our live stream. Not join our live stream, but be subscribed and stuff.
Here we go.
You found it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna transfer it into my notebook.
Alright.
So then I always have it. Don't lose it. Thank you. Sorry.
So, she's a dabbler herself, she said.
Yes.
Okay. Would you happen to have any, say, alchemical or healing ingredients that we might be able to, say, purchase off of you?
You are the newcomers, are you not?
Yes, ma'am, we are. We are new to this. country.
Well, I have a few salves that I'd be willing to part with. And she hands you two small vials that have some thick, muddy substance in them.
I would ask her what they are. Just curious.
The bonding agent. You rub them on a wound and they will help you heal.
How much would you like for them?
Nothing. Take them. Take them.
Are you sure? Healing salves must be very precious.
Yes, but it is best these days to make friends rather than enemies.
Very true. Very true. So I would thank her and ask her if she has any more information on maybe where she suspects the urn might have, like maybe it was stolen, or if she has any suspicions.
Hope it hasn't been stolen. Such a thing would be a terrible tragedy. Most dangerous.
I'm not gonna cry about the dangerous part.
I say, well, we should head over to the alchemist, the local alchemist, see if they were going, and to see if the alchemist actually knows anything about their disappearance.
Well, I am the local alchemist.
Oh, but you said
I'm the gravekeeper and the gravedigger and the alchemist. I serve many functions here.
Master of many trades, it seems.
It has been agreed that I should stay here in Westershore. Tharnak himself has asked me of this.
Tharnak, who is that?
Tharnak. You've not heard of Tharnak?
The name rings a bell, but I can't seem to recall. I apologize. The ship ride was fairly trying to me.
Tharnak, gnome friend. Surely you've heard of him.
apparently he likes to friend gnomes.
That is a tale to tell. You see, once the orcs and the gnomes were enemies, bitter enemies. And we were at war with them. And we had some encounters with them that we have since agreed to forget. Not mention or discuss. Anyways, then the giants, the frost giants, came down from the north. This was a few years ago. Perhaps you recall the event. The winter was spreading. The deep cold. And, well, the frost giants were very interested in mixing the bloods of different races to create more warlike races.
I seem to recall the event. I was rather young at the time for my race.
Yes.
I have only just journeyed out on my first quest.
I see.
So,
well, perhaps you will set aside some old ideas as well, as we once learned to do, and embrace new ideas, such as the way of the adventuring lifestyle.
yes. Without an open mind, you cannot make allies, only enemies.
Well spoken. Anyways, the goblins, out of fear, the Sorgnoth goblins, out of fear of the giants, betrayed us. And this brought the wrath of Tharnak upon them. He learned that they were raiding the gnomes of Orna's Grove, and brought his mighty legion down upon them. Our entire tribe struck with a force. The gnomes thought we were striking at them, and, well, they were pleasantly surprised when we struck their enemies down.
I would hope there was no misunderstandings before they realized you were there to help.
No, not at all.
So in other words, you betrayed.
We were the ones betrayed, mind you. The goblins had betrayed our scouting patrols, and so they were captured by the frost giants and subjected to foul things. Forced breeding programs. Imprisonment.
Yes, betrayal should be punished.
By the way, I already know the story, but I just wanted to do what my character said.
Yes, betrayal should be punished, and severely for those who did the betraying.
I just seem that maybe 2 wrongs don't necessarily mean a right.
Yeah, but 3 lefts do. Come on, that was funny.
Anyways, we were able to push the frost giants back for a time. Though we must keep a vigilant eye out for them. Who knows when they will return.
As these things happen, and they eventually shall return, hopefully by then you will your people will have many more allies instead of just the gnomes.
The Westerfolk have become good allies as well. We've even made some friends amongst the Timbuki.
Your allies seem to be growing. That is impressive. I am glad to hear it.
Tharnak is a fine leader.
He sounds like a mighty warrior as well.
He is. And, I suspect he may rule for another year or 3, perhaps.
I believe that is a long rule for an orc, is it not?
It was longer than the last leader they had. The last war chief they had.
It does happen. And I do apologize, but I'm afraid I must cut this short if we are ever going to find your urn and return it to you.
Yes. Yes. I must caution you. Do not open the urn.
Okay?
Do not break its seal.
Is it not filled with ashes?
It is.
As urns are wont to be done?
It is filled with ashes.
Probably just want the ashes to fly out.
As I said, it is a family heirloom.
No, that is understandable. Would not wish to lose any of the ashes or perhaps crack the urn. Probably would be very hard to replace. Do you happen to have a container we could carry it in that would be, increase its safety in travel?
It is wise that you should ask for such a thing. I had not considered that before, but I shall craft one.
Could you use any assistance?
Perhaps.
So at this time, I would ask her, would you give us a moment? We need to, I shall return. We need to arrange lodging for the evening.
Yes, of course. And, she tells you that, she'd recommend the Lucky Duck.
I would ask her directions to it, so that we may check it out.
Okay. Well, you go there and the Lucky Duck seems to be a hopping place.
Well, I wasn't gonna have a sleeve yet.
She gives you directions then.
Okay. I would step off with the rest of the group out of earshot, and I would ask them, so what do you guys think?
I think this is the best way to gain her trust.
We're like several.
Yeah,
we're like
you're always away. You're not within her earshot. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
I think whatever gets the job done.
Have you ever heard of this inn, the Lucky Duck, before?
I have not. I've never been to
Western Shore.
Or
Yeah,
do I-
remember there's some tension between Kelshiri and Western Shore.
True.
But I'm kind of going against the grain in this place.
Would you two be willing to go check out the check for lodging for us, and I will stay here and assist her however I can, and maybe earn a little more trust from her.
I think that'd be best.
Yes, we will have girl talk.
As you may warn her of things.
Okay, so I'm going to. Yes, I'm actually going to give Maria a few gold coins just in case. Marie, a few gold coins just in case.
7.
Thanks for saying that. Well, that's metagaming, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so 7 coins.
It's not bad.
In
That's
case,
not metagaming.
well, yeah.
It's in-game.
So just in case they need the extra coinage for lodging,
Yeah.
it'll be 26. And then I would wish them both on their way and ask if they have any questions that they think I should ask her, and when the time is right. No, I will not stab her in the back.
It's something along those lines. Good guess though. That's not.
Just make sure that she doesn't suspect anything. Keep our origins to yourself.
That's what does the urn do?
If she seems comfortable enough. We do not wish to pry and
Too
encourage.
Well, it's
Worry.
our safety. For all we know, there could be a giant demon coming. I don't know because, but there could be a giant demon coming out of this urn, and we could be eaten in a matter of seconds.
Or it could
Yes.
merely just be a wax seal that she was talking of to seal the ashes of her dead father in. We don't know, but if the opportunity arises, I shall ask.
And do not pry for specifics. If she says that there's magic, leave it.
Well, of course, I know nothing about and a little about magic, so I will not pry into areas I do not know.
If she says there's magic, let me know.
As you wish. So, you two, good luck, and try not to let this be a repeat of. What was the other city we were in?
Seaside, I believe it was called.
Seaside.
Seaside.
Do not let this be a repeat of Seaside, I beg you.
This is a much smaller place than Seaside. It's kind of like the difference between Detroit and West Yellowstone.
Gotcha.
Really?
Holy cow. That's a
Yeah.
difference.
It's a huge difference.
Wow.
There's like
West Yellowstone is huge.
West Yellowstone is tiny, dude.
But shows some 6 by 6 blocks, dude.
Bigger than the town I came from.
Wow, that's huge though.
It is.
You're
The
from
town I-
Bozeman now.
No, I'm
Bozeman's
not
much
from
bigger.
Bozeman, I am in Bozeman.
He's from.
I'm from, in Michigan, the town that I liked the most was Byron. My high school and middle school combined had less than 500 students. Actually, high school, middle school.
Wow,
and
so you
elementary
did have
school.
more students in your school than we did.
Okay, whatever. Anyways,
Well, no,
I'm going
My high
to.
school
That's
had 35
both schools.
students.
That's both schools combined.
We had 300.
There's actually all
elementary
three
and high
schools, elementary included. The elementary only.
Hey, let's continue.
Yes. So I am going to return to Kraytuck and let her know that they decided to.
Check out the Lucky Duck.
Well, they decided to check out the town, check out the Lucky Duck, maybe find some supplies. And I came back to offer my services if she needed assistance with anything here at the graveyard.
Alright. So she basically kind of directs you to grab her this vial, that, jar, and she has, she gets a fire going. She has it looks like there are 4 different types of wood, and she's throwing powders into it. You can tell it's clearly she's using magic. To start this fire, to boil up these things, and she's asking you to get her various spell components and stuff like that. get a little bit of this, you know, Ianu. Well, it's not really Ianu, but a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and
would I be able to tell what kind of magic she's trying to do?
Do you have knowledge arcana?
No.
Do you have alchemy?
No, you wouldn't let me get it.
Alright, because craft alchemy is not well, it's not a class skill for rangers generally.
Well, I was asking if I could get it, and you're like, probably not.
It's not. It wouldn't have been incredibly useful to you.
I would have been able to make my own poisons.
That's craft poison making is something different.
Oh. Okay.
But anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, so I follow along with what she's doing, following her orders to the T.
Yeah. And
when we have time, I engage in small talk.
Well, what are you gonna ask her?
Well, just asking her more about herself, just kind of trying to get to know her a little better.
She shares pretty freely with you.
Telling her more about myself, what it was like growing up under my father's thumb. And how, well, my father's thumb, he was very controlling of. Telling her about how I did not like the idea my father had for my life. He wanted me to be a wizard, or a sorcerer. And I decided I would
actually definitely a wizard, not a sorcerer.
Okay, a wizard. Sorry,
not a sorcerer.
Telling her how I had a affinity for nature and being out in it, and I decided to follow the ranger craft instead. Yeah, just engaging in just small talk, getting to know each other better.
Yeah. So she'll tell you that she moved here to be, she had left her orcish tribe early in life, and she came here and she became an alchemist and a healer and a variety of things around town, but primarily she runs the graveyard. She became friends with the humans of Western Shore. At first, though, they kind of, ignored her or rejected her for the most part. But this is the nature of things. In time, they became friends, and when Tharnak took over the tribe and formed the alliance with the Western folk, he left her here as also chief ambassador for the humans.
There's an important role.
So yeah, well, I mean, she kind of laughs off the idea of chief ambassador. It's kind of like I just talk to humans and we see what each other needs and we make agreements accordingly.
Okay.
She tells you about orcish life and how basically a lot of orcish culture. Some of the main things are there are very little lawfulness within the orcs, but if they give their word, they keep their word.
Okay. So what does she mean by there's no, or what do you mean by there's no lawfulness? Is it like
communal property? If you want to claim something as your property, then one of the other tribesmen can beat you up, can challenge you, can beat you up and take it and claim it as his.
So strength of might.
Yeah, I mean basically
strength of arms can determine the transfer of property as much as inheritance.
And power.
And power.
Because there was a disagreement over a woman between Tharnak and the former chief. And Tharnak killed the former chief and cracked his skull open and drank the blood out of it.
So romantic.
And that's how he became chief. And his battle cry is "Blood for the Mug." In fact, the former war chief's skull is now covered in gold and jewels, and still serves as Tharnak's mug.
Sounds like a great trophy.
It's quite the trophy, and he's led them to several victories, including over the frost giants, the goblins, who they've pretty much banished out of Western Shore, and And let's see.
So is it just strength of arms, or does strength of mind come into play?
Oh, she says that the Council of Warlocks is often granted Tharnok. He considers them carefully. Warlocks are an inherent magic with the orcs. Some say that they were born with fiendish blood. And as a result, they have great power and great magics. And if they learn to control this magics, they can use it to benefit the tribe.
And she called it the Council of Warlocks?
The warlocks of their tribe offer counsel to Tharnok.
Okay.
They offer him advice, and he considers it carefully.
Okay.
So, they are, let's see, so yeah, other than that, communal property, if there's an axe lying around and you need to use an axe, just pick it up, go use it, leave it where you know, for somebody else to use.
Okay.
Rarely are things claimed as personal property, and when they're claimed as personal property, you must defend the claim if somebody else wants it.
Okay, so like say for example, my bow.
If it's your bow and somebody else wants it, they can challenge you for it.
Okay.
And then it becomes their bow.
If they beat you.
If they beat you.
Okay,
That's right.
I can see how that would be effective.
And very few items are ever actually claimed as personal.
Now, do these laws of personal property and such apply to outsiders visiting the village, or only?
Yeah, if you go, I mean, as far as the laws of lands go, is when you're in somebody's land, you follow their law. I mean, that's kind of what is expected. It'd be sort of like if we went over to England, we'd be required to follow English law. And so, yeah. But she tells you, that, and that, another thing about orcish culture is like mating, the idea of mating, which is you cannot mate if you aren't considered a warrior.
Okay,
so you have to go out and fight for the clan, for the tribe, and be successful fighting for the tribe to be considered a worthy mate. And humans are rarely considered worthy unless they're really good, you know, heroes, you know, warriors, wizards, you know, something that can handle themselves out in the wilderness. The Grishnarls do not like weakness. You know, if you just want to be a blacksmith or an innkeeper, you're probably not going to get very far in life as a Grishnarl. So, and that's one of the reasons why the Grishnarl translates literally into the words blood fang.
Okay.
And that's because they dye their tusks red when they are granted adult status.
Oh, the link doesn't have a live chat.
It should.
The link you sent me, she says it doesn't have a live chat. Sorry, I convinced a friend of mine. Hi.
Oh.
Hi. I convinced her to watch the live stream, but she's saying she can't access the live chat.
Huh.
Because the link I gave her says it doesn't have.
Well, I don't have my other chat area over here that I had either, which is kind of unusual, but...
So, okay, and, yeah, so...
there's a variety of things on.
I'll ask her.
Because it's
Well-
down here at the bottom.
Okay. I think she's on her laptop. Sorry, guys.
It's alright.
Okay. Anyway, continue.
I would ask her, well, what about healers of the village, or the mages, or your warlocks? Are they also not able to breed If
Why would they not be able to breed? Do you think they are weak? Do you think they cannot handle themselves in battle?
Well, no, I'm just curious. I don't know much about the orc race or the traditions. I don't know if they are proficient in arms or if they're just proficient in healing magics or war spells.
Oh. When we go out to fight the enemy as a tribe, that is when we are able to prove ourselves in battle. And when we prove ourselves in battle, we are considered warriors. Whether we fight our wars with spells or with weapons. What makes one a warrior is the ability to make war.
Okay. It's actually really interesting. That's actually really interesting. And I'm actually telling her that.
And, well, she basically says that everybody serves multiple purposes. You might have a blacksmith, but the blacksmith can wield a great axe and can go off and fight. You might have a healer, but, they can also fight too. You might have a warlock, but he'll be casting, blasting people with his magic, blasting enemies. Healers will heal on the battlefield, but then they'll also take out enemies. So, the idea is they place the ability to make war against the enemies of the tribe very high.
Okay. Sounds like I would probably get along with orcs if that is how your society is run.
And she says many people would find it surprisingly the orcish culture, how acceptable and agreeable it would be if they weren't so biased to begin with.
Well, as I said before, if you adventure without an open mind.
So,
sorry,
I couldn't quite exactly place where you were from.
Oh crap, I forgot what country you told me.
Kelshiri.
No, don't say we're from Kelshiri.
Well, don't say that.
Well, don't tell them what to say. You're not there.
No, I'm asking you as the DM.
You're from Kelshiri.
Oh, you said I arrived on a boat.
You were from the inland.
different.
You're from inland Kelshiri. And then you went out on a boat. You traveled up and then took a boat down around to the western part of Kelshiri, and that's where you guys got dropped off. Then you traveled further south, and then you came back up, and then you took a boat over to Wester Shore.
Okay.
So
Did you ever tell me what our papers said we were from?
It said that you were from Shiga.
Shiga?
Mm-hmm.
How much you want that? My character doesn't know a thing about that there. Sorry, give me a second to think.
Okay, take your time.
If you want to go to the other group while I'm thinking,
that's
because
good
this
idea.
might take me time.
That's fine. That's a good idea.
I don't want to hold up the...
Meanwhile, you guys are heading off to the Lucky Duck.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lucky Duck has a sign. It's a 3-story building. It's actually a pretty good sized building. And they're...
That's her. Hi.
Hi. Hello. And I cannot see what that name is. Whoops.
Remedy Starbeam.
Oh, yes. Very cool.
That is my friend. Thank you for joining us. Hi.
Yes, welcome, welcome. The sign is of a duck that is, enjoying the company of women.
So that's what they're into in this area.
It looks like some good-looking women surrounding a duck.
I'm sorry, guys.
Nothing lewd going on.
Oh, I didn't say that, did I? I didn't say that.
And
The sign is this?
yes, this is what is on the sign of the Lucky Duck.
Well, duck is getting some tail, I'm sure.
So,
See, he went further than I did.
Yes, it did. So, go in.
Alright.
Hopefully,
wait.
Mary's
Yeah.
following me, I guess.
No. Okay. Alright. What is it? What? I can't.
Echoey.
Huh?
Is it
Echoey.
Oh, is it echoey still?
Shouldn't be.
I
Yeah,
thought we had solved the echo problem.
yes. Charlie echo problem.
The Charlie echo problem. What?
Charlie's not here.
Charlie.
Tango. Project Tango is an app developed by. Is an actual hardware system developed by Android. Anyway, let's go on.
Alright, so you guys are, you guys go into the Lucky Duck, and, looks like the top 2 floors are rooms, the bottom floor is a tavern, where the innkeep stays, or, you know, his main office area. Looks like there's a restaurant there, and it appears that there is a stage.
Okay.
And it does have a sign on there that says that there will be a performance later tonight.
By who?
It doesn't say who.
It just says that there's going to be a performance.
Yeah, there's going to be a performance later tonight.
Okay.
And
Wonder if his name is Donald.
but yeah, I mean the innkeep comes up to you and asks you. He says, "Good day to you. What can I help you with?"
Well, I am in search of a room. How much?
5 silver pieces.
5 silver sounds like a steal for. Does the establishment look okay?
Yeah, it looks great.
That's a steal. We're gonna take it. Anyone for like 3 beds? 2
Well,
beds.
if you're into that type of thing.
2.
He smiles.
We only need 2 beds.
Yes, 2 beds. Sorry, I forgot that there were.
Oh. He says, huh. Well, so a moment ago you needed 3 beds, now you need 2 beds.
Forgot that they were married. Or should be.
Okay, well, I won't try any further. A gold piece will get you into a room, such as what you need.
What was the name of that town again? That we're supposedly from?
The place you're from is Shaga.
Sugar. Do you like the sugar? Yeah.
Alright, I'll hand him the gold.
I will contribute for 2 gold. Not the 2 gold, the 2 silver. It's 25 silver.
No, full
No,
gold for
it's
2
full
beds.
gold for 2 beds.
Oh yeah, I'll do 5 silver if you do 5 silver.
Okay.
You have change.
Basically, one of you would hand the other one silver, and then the other one would hand the gold piece to.
I get 5 silver.
Yes.
Alright.
That's metagaming. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No. Basically, I give him the 5 silver. And
You guys know how money works, you know. Money doesn't work much different out here than it does in there. What's up?
I just got a question.
Okay.
For Shaga, is there any information I'd be able to get? Since you're with them right now. Excuse me.
Go ahead
Just so I
and,
make it believable.
well, you know it's a pirate island.
Oh, it's that place.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you really have never been there. So, you don't know much about it.
Why do I have a feeling that was caught in the live stream?
Oh what, the pudding? The pudding?
It wasn't pudding.
it was.
So basically, I don't know anything about it.
Well, the microphone is right there.
But I pointed at him.
Yeah, but then there's another microphone right here.
Which is on the
Omnidirectional.
I know, but it was a really quiet one.
No, it wasn't.
No, it's literally
So
really
would I be
good.
able to do like a knowledge geography check?
You can tell them, like, you know,
No, it's
tell them
local.
about the geography of the place, but you wouldn't be able to tell them about, like, you know, what the culture was like or anything like that. You definitely, especially after talking about your father and his estate and stuff like that, you kind of already let the cat out of the bag.
Well, no, I'd tell her that that's where I am. I would tell her, sorry, you guys go ahead. I'm just trying to figure this out. Because my father and I didn't agree, I would probably tell her that I left home and maybe you've just been moving from place to place.
Try to sell that story to him.
Actually, you remember the daggers from Sunday?
Yes.
See, because I thought I had asked about the papers, but I guess I didn't.
No.
Sorry.
That's all right.
You were drawing an
Because I was
animalistic
thinking about it in my head. It's like,
earlier.
I thought I had asked, so that was my bad.
It's all right.
So,
I can't draw dragons very well.
kind of backed myself into a corner, didn't I?
Well, you're all right. Just do what you can do. Just try to figure it out.
Well, I could tell her where my father's from, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's where I live.
It's all up to you how you want to handle this.
And see, that's why I'm talking to you, because I'm not experienced enough in this kind of thing to understand this kind of character. Because I didn't realize that all elves were highborn in your world.
Not all of them are. Just the ones from Kelshiri are mostly highborn.
Well, that's what I was thinking. 'Cause normally I play an elf who's not highborn.
Yeah, well.
So, okay, I was just curious. I hate having
At least we have each other.
Yeah, well.
Alright, so the Lucky Duck does seem to be the establishment to be in. And, let's see.
Probably get a little action. No, I'm just kidding.
And,
Hush.
and then let's see. So, let's see. Oh, you have heard the town has grown, pretty decently. There's probably close to 1,000 people in this town. Whereas there used to be about 250 to 300 people in Shelfir. Now there's about 1,000. So it's grown quite considerably since a few years ago. And it's so a lot of things has grown up around there, like, you know, different hotels and some businesses. Remedy Starbeam just thank you, Remedy.
Thank you.
Thank you for subscribing.
Dankeschön.
Alright, so
Arigato.
you guys got your hotel rooms, and Aramil is talking to Kratok.
So, anyways, I would let her, or are we going back to me, or?
Sure, let's go back to you. Might as well. She finishes what she's doing, and she bottles up some of the liquid. And she says she has to let it set and settle for a few days. In the meantime, while you're keeping an eye out for the urn, she could use a few other ingredients.
Okay. Also, I would, by now I would tell her that I apologize for not answering your question on my origins sooner, but I was not sure how to say it because where my family is from is not necessarily where I call home.
Well, homes change from time to time.
My home changes on a regular basis. This is my first adventure, but I have not lived with my family for quite some time.
Would you like to give me a bluff check, please?
Well, it's actually not a bluff. I'm being honest with her.
You've not lived with your family for maybe like 2 weeks.
That's quite some time.
Quite some time.
It's quite some
With
time
all
for-
we've experienced, that is quite some
Come
time.
on, give me a bluff check.
Hey, it's not bad.
So, wait, where's my paper?
It's charisma based.
Yeah, so no bonuses, 15.
Alright. And
Dang.
so
Shut up! I'm not ugly! Fatty.
The chubby elves can get along.
Well, she just called me chubby and ugly.
I didn't call you chubby.
You called me ugly. So anyways, I rolled a 15.
Right, I saw. Alright. So that's what you tell her, and but she does tell you that she could use a few more ingredients. She says maybe some carnelian, which is a reddish stone. She says you should be able to find some, maybe out in some of the fields south of town. If not, you might be able to purchase some from the gnomes at Owner's Grove. They are known as to be fond of semi-precious stones. Let's see. She would need 1 flagon of Dragon's Breath Ale.
Where would I be able to
Which you
find that?
might be able to get that from Meadhome.
Meadhome?
Or if you were to go and visit Tharnock, he might be willing to part with some. Although Dragon's Breath is his favorite.
Well, it would give me a chance to meet the Great Warrior.
And let's see. Let's see.
Really, sissy?
What's up?
I know, but my YouTube app keeps closing.
Oh, okay.
But those are those 2 ingredients right off the bat. And she says you probably use a few more, but she'll see how you fare getting these.
Okay. Yeah. So I
Should be able to go out and find some carnelian out in the fields somewhere south of town if you just wanted to go find some, or you go down to Owner's Grove and purchase some from the gnomes down there.
I will go to the field south of town and see if I can find some.
Okay. So you're gonna head out there alone? You do know that what you've been told is that's where the centipede attacks happen, in the farmers area.
No, I'm gonna wait for the group to come back. And be like, I shall wait, or I would tell her, I'll wait for my companions to return.
It's probably a wise choice.
Because we have heard rumors of monstrous centipedes in that area.
Oh, she says they're far from rumors. We've seen some of them bring, some adventurers bringing back some bodies. But ever since Agira's Tide's been, that new opening in Agira's Tide's been discovered, everybody's abandoned the hunt for the centipedes and have gone off in search of pirate treasure.
Yep. Well, I shall wait for my group to return. I would ask if she knows anywhere where I would be able to... the only word I can think of right now is upgrade my bow for something a little more, maybe potent.
Oh, sure. General store should have a bow handy. They probably have like a longbow, maybe even a composite longbow. Should be pretty easy to find better gear here now. I know a few years ago when I ran a campaign here, it was a very, very small town. And are we stopping the stream, or are we dropping the gain on one of the mics?
He's trying to fix
Eliminate
the
the echo?
sensitivity. Yeah.
Guys. Alright, so, yeah, I ran it as a very small place, and it was very difficult to find anything above, like, 50 gold pieces, but now, it's kind of booming, especially with, some of the things that have occurred in this world. So you should be able to find some...
So are you telling me that as the DM or as Kratok?
Well, I'm just telling you this is the DM.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you've noticed just by wandering through town that it seems pretty like a good place to buy some stuff. You should be able to buy pretty much anything you might need up to maybe up to 300 gold pieces worth for equipment, you know, single objects.
Unfortunately, I can't afford that.
No, but I mean, if you were to, you'd be able to find some of that stuff and maybe even order things that are more valuable than that. Whereas before, if you came into this town, you'd only be able to find 50 gold piece items.
Ah, gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I would let her know that I shall go looking for the carnelians. That was it, right? Carnelian?
Yeah, carnelian.
I will go looking for the carnelian first, once my friends return. And I would ask her if there's any advice she would have for like where to look, or like maybe some good hunting grounds for it. Because she is the local alchemist, I figured she might have some recommendations.
Farmer Kel should have a good field. He's always turning up some sort of semi-precious stone there, but he doesn't want to dig too deep.
Well, hell no.
Why not?
Just a little bit more.
He doesn't really know. He's just not. He's a farmer. He doesn't want to be, a miner. He doesn't want to be, into that type of thing. He wants to raise his cattle and grow his hay and, some berries and some veggies.
Hey.
Oh, the cup's been moved. Okay.
So.
She was saying that there was a cup on the green screen.
And so yeah, he's just interested in being a farmer. He's very happy being a farmer. He doesn't need to branch out into mining or anything like that.
Hey.
Hey, what?
Okay. And just out of curiosity, if I was to purchase the you said it's Dragon's Breath Ale, right?
Dragon's Breath, yes.
If I was to purchase it from, say, the local meadery, do you have any idea about how much they run per flagon?
Dragon's Breath is gonna run you about 25 per flagon. 25 gold per flagon.
It's an expensive.
Yes,
flagon.
It is very expensive, and you wouldn't be able to get it here in town. You'd have to go to Meadhome to get it.
And where is Meadhome?
Meadhome is it's the Halfling village. It's a little bit south and a little bit east.
Okay.
Okay.
And I would also ask her where I could find Farnock, just to see, maybe meet him and see if maybe I could convince him to part with a flagon.
Well, Tharnock's in the mountains between Westershore and Kelshiri.
About how long a journey is it roughly?
It's a few days. Few days on foot.
Few day journey on foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does she have a horse?
She does. You and I don't. So, okay. I would ask her, just out of curiosity, would there be any,
Gold.
yeah, what's the word I'm looking for?
What are you thinking of? Association, was it?
Not recompense.
Reward.
Well, I don't want to really say reward because that makes me sound greedy.
Consolation?
Compensation.
Compensation. Thank you. Compensation for the precious, the semi-precious stones of the flagon.
Oh, compensation.
You're a few seconds late, but thank you. Thank you for the help.
Well, she says that's basically you were asking for something to put the urn in that would be able to keep it safe.
Yes.
And she says if in order to get that, I need those things. So your compensation would be the container for the urn so that you can keep the urn safe.
Makes sense. I was just curious. So yeah, I would sit and talk to her some more and wait for the rest of the group to arrive.
So all right.
While I'm waiting, I would be asking her if she ever had any like adventuring days or if she was ever an adventurer herself.
She said that her family ties precluded her from such adventures. She had other responsibilities, other burdens to bear.
She used to be an adventurer like you. Then she wasn't.
Then she took an arrow, didn't he?
Nope, that's not what she said.
No. Well, family obligations I can understand vaguely from when I was much younger. But once my father and I had our disagreement, family did not mean quite as much to me, except as blood ties.
That's good.
My family did not like me much after I decided to become a ranger instead of a wizard.
See if that works.
Alright, well, the rest of you guys got your room at the Lucky Duck.
Yeah, Tommy.
And are you guys gonna head on back then, or what do you guys want to do next?
Well, we took care of everything at the Lucky Duck. We got room for the night, and
Yeah, sure, we did get
pretty sure we
lucky.
have enough supplies
Oh,
on our journeys. We will head back because if we really need supplies, we can always go back.
Okay.
That was just one of the things I
So you head back, and you meet up with Aramil, and he tells you that you guys are going to probably go looking for some carnelians and maybe some dragon's breath ale.
She needs it for the container to help better protect the urn.
Okay.
Sounds good to me, I think. But wait, where are we going to get?
The carnelians are in the fields south of town, or we can try to purchase some from, you said it was the gnomes, right?
Yep, Orner's Grove.
There's no...
About 5 days south.
And for the Dragon's Breath Ale, we could go to Meadhome, you said?
Meadhome, which is quite a journey away.
So we can go to Meadhome, which is quite a journey.
Yeah.
Or we can go to maybe speak with Farnock,
Also known
the
as...
orc chieftain, and maybe convince him to part with a flagon for her.
Well,
This dude showed it for the shot light around the side.
So when they arrive, I would thank her for her time, thank her for letting me help, and thank her for talking to me so long. And I would say we shall return when we have what you needed.
Alright.
And maybe beforehand if we need to purchase some further potions or poultices.
Huh?
Sorry. So I would bid her farewell,
Okay.
and we would head.
I would wave kindly, just bye. I'll have you riding was.
Good night, orc lady.
Alright, so you're gonna ride your horse out into the fields where there might be
Well, I've got like
deadly
horses.
centipedes and...
Oh no. If we're going towards the deadly centipedes, I would not use my horse.
Well, it's a several-day journey to.
Well, I don't
The
care.
fields are a short distance to, south of town. They're probably like half a day. But yeah, that's probably where the centipedes are attacking because the farmers are having trouble with them.
Okay. Before we leave town, I would recommend we find a general store and maybe see if we can find some potions and healing salves. Because as of now, we only have 2 that. Man, I can never remember. Kratuk gave us.
Yep, Kratuk gave you a couple of them, and there's a temple in town.
So I would recommend we go to the temple and see if they can give us any, or sell us, or give us whatever, any healing salves or potions. Because as of now, we don't have any, except for the 2 that Kratuk gave us.
All right.
I would put the suggestion to the group and leave it open for debate.
Well,
So what do you guys think?
this job's gonna pay off very well if we get it done right, so we might as well get it done right. So I agree with getting some potions.
Okay. What do you think?
I agree.
Okay. We're going to head to the temple, see if they have any potions or poultices or salves or anything they would be willing to part with.
Well, the local temple is a temple dedicated to the storm god.
So probably not.
Not a healing god.
Well, if nothing else, I would. Well, I'll wait until we get there.
And you notice that the acolytes are dressed in light blue robes, and the priests are dressed in dark blue robes, often with a lightning bolt necklace. High priests are more ornate. They have dark blue, robes with lightning bolts upon the sleeves. Yeah. So you can tell, you can kind of denote, or you can tell who's what level of authority fairly easily.
So I would walk up to someone and greet them. Good morrow.
Fair winds.
Do you know anywhere in town where we may be able to procure some healing salves or potions?
Have you been to the Gravekeeper?
We have, but we were not able to purchase very many from her. Was there anywhere else? We did not wish to trouble her too much.
Unfortunately, we've recently sold out. In 4 days, we should have a new supply coming up from Warner's Grove.
Okay.
But until then, we're simply out of potions. However, healing potions are currently going for 65 gold pieces per. Is there anything else you should need?
Do you have any information on the South Fields, the centipede problem that they may have there, or any information on carnelians?
You're hunting the centipedes, are you?
As well as doing running an errand for the Gravekeeper, yes.
Well, I'd be cautious around those centipedes. Poisonous creatures.
Would you happen to have any recommendations on maybe a efficient way to take one down without getting bitten?
Without getting bitten.
I would say that kind of lightheartedly, it's like a joke.
Well, have you got an orcish barbarian by chance?
No.
Or a Grishnar folk?
No, although I would not know where to find one. Where would we?
Most likely they're scouting and having their skirmishes with the Kelsh right now. The Kelshiri forces are apparently trying to hunt them to extinction. Them and their damn brotherhood.
This would be fun if like Eddie's character was playing.
Why?
Not really.
Why?
Because he's playing an orc in this campaign.
Oh.
Them and their damn brotherhood. Anyways, I don't speak too much of them.
Probably for the best. Don't want anyone to misunderstand the conversation.
There's no misunderstanding.
Besides, knowing them, the damn brotherhood probably has spies everywhere.
Let them bring their spies.
Would he have, or I would ask, would you have anyone here at the temple who's maybe skilled in the healing arts that we could maybe hire to?
We worship the god of storms, the god of lightning, the tempest.
Well, do not storms also bring rain? The healing waters?
Do not know where you get your information, friend. But we revel in the destruction of the storm. It makes us stronger. Allows us to burn brighter. We do not fear the storm, we embrace it.
Do you have any maybe war mages we could talk to about coming along with us?
Unfortunately, most of our members are either dealing with local matters here, or, well, they've already been hired out for a Garrus Tide.
Okay. Well, I do apologize for taking up your time.
No matter.
Shoot, what was it you said? Pheromones? So, fair winds to you, and you may have a blessed day.
You as well.
And I would turn around with the group unless they have anything they need to talk about. Why are they talking?
As you were talking, then I was just about here, and I was just smiling.
You're a brat.
So
yeah, we are going to turn around and leave, I guess.
Right.
I wonder if we, there was
never
never
a boot to make me the leader.
There was no need to. But I think before we go, I think we should poke around and see if we can find somebody that can help guide us to these Grishnaw orcs, because we don't know the land very well, and we might have in if we talk to these Grishnaw orcs along the way.
Very true. We could definitely speak to them. Speak. What the heck was that?
Oh, it's just magic and dinosaurs. Magical dinosaurs.
Anyways,
Healing.
so I will follow your leadings.
Sounds like that. So can I gather info on possibly Grishnaw, probably just hang around town, that's probably... you know what, I go to the Lucky Duck. I go to the Lucky Duck, and I hope these guys follow me, and I say...
You okay?
it's probably a loud place, so I scream and I say... 25 gold to whoever can, who's a Grishnaw orc that can lead us to the Grishnaw orcs. To his kin.
Alright. You see one of them stands up. He's got some tattoos on his back. Yeah. He's got an axe slung across his shoulders. What you want, little man?
Woman.
What you want, little girl?
Yep, that's probably the best way of saying it. What makes you think that, well, I have 25 gold here. I just want to make sure that we make our way to the mountains safely. What makes you think that you can do that? And maybe we can talk in private.
Why you want to talk in private?
So I'm not yelling in the top of my lungs in the middle of this lobby, maybe?
Snappy.
So don't yell.
Okay. So I got close to this orc and I say, so you know the way to the Grishnaw orcs?
Yes, you don't?
Obviously not, otherwise I wouldn't be asking. So how about this, I pay you 25 gold now, and then 10 gold once we make it safe.
Why you want to go speak to Tharnok?
We need to get, what's it called?
I would let him know we need to speak with him. We are on a errand from the Gravekeeper to see if he would be
Kratuk. You know Kratuk.
Oh yeah,
We have met her. We don't know her well, but she has asked us to run an errand. She wishes a flagon of Dragon's Breath Ale. And the closest...
He just starts laughing. You want to ask Tharnok for Dragon's Breath? He claps you on the back hard.
Strength check? To see if I
don't
fall over?
To see if you don't fall over.
I'm gonna fail.
No,
Yay! 18!
Yeah, you do alright. You stand up to it. He's like, "You are funny, friend. So not give up Dragon's Breath for anyone.
Well, it could not hurt to ask. And we may, on the journey, we may find other things we may wish to ask him.
Like what you want to ask him?
Well, Threnuk, and I'm actually speaking in his language, by the way. I'm actually speaking in Grishna.
Krishna.
I would let him know that Threnuk actually told me. No.
Kratuk.
Kratuk has been in my time with her. She told me some of orc culture and orc history, and maybe he would be able to tell me more about the warrior side of it.
You want no war? You go fight Kelsh.
Well, we are on this errand for her, so if it comes to fighting Kelsh on the way, then sure.
What you need Dragon's Breath for?
She asked us to get a flagon. She has a job for us that apparently requires Dragon's Breath.
Hmm.
And I would actually tell him about it actually requires Dragon's Breath as well as carnelians from the South Fields. But we shall do that upon our return, maybe.
What?
A semi-precious stone.
Bloodstone. Bloodstone. Know this well.
That was the second name.
Oh, okay.
Carnelian's like a red stone.
Oh, okay. Then yes, bloodstones.
No stone well.
And we were
Okay. I have Dragon's Breath.
Oh, you have Dragon's Breath.
I say I have Dragon's Breath. You doubt me?
No, it just surprised me. She informed us that the closest place to find it was with Farnock.
Well, she not know I have Dragon's Breath. Why I tell her? She might want Dragon's Breath.
How much for the Dragon's Breath?
You come with me. We take you to Sorgnoth Cave.
What's to do at Swordnoth's Cave?
Oh, Sorgnoth Cave have other stuff in it. We
Creature.
go get stuff.
Creatures to fight?
Yeah.
Well, no,
You afraid of fighting?
I'd put a little enthusiasm in my voice.
Yeah. Lots to fight. Lots to fight. Lives to get. Maybe more Dragon's Breath. Lots of bloodstone. It's other stone. Probably gold.
Let's do it.
And
I'm in.
goblins like gold.
We shall follow you.
And in return, you would give us this Dragon's Breath for...
Sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, we go out to Sorgnoth Cave. But warn you, Sorgnoth make traps, nasty trap.
Dang it.
Nope, I don't have that.
I don't have disabled device.
Our two rogues don't have.
That's not a rogue.
I'm a ranger.
Still.
And ranger doesn't come with it as a class skill.
I'm more of an assassin. I don't do a lot of dungeoneering.
It doesn't come as a class skill.
Maybe we can find one before we go?
So he takes you out, and you start heading out.
Oh, hush. You didn't think to take it.
Well, she can't. She's
I'm
a
a
druid.
druid.
I'm a druid.
Stick your quarterstaff in the bear trap.
Alright, your first third of the day out, you have no encounter. The second third of the day out, you do have an encounter. Second check, you get an encounter. And I think I know exactly what kind of an encounter you guys.
And I'm actually going to have my short bow out during this trip.
Okay.
In case I find some like choice game, I can pick it off. Fresh meat for the cauldron, so to speak. Fresh meat for the fire.
All right, so we will. You're out in the field, so it's actually got long-range sight lines. All right, so that's 11. Give me spot checks minus 11.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I mean it's a far away, but I mean this is your first chance to look.
8. Oh, she got a nat 20, but I got an 8 if you do the minus 11.
Okay, so 30 something minus.
Well, you said spot, right?
Yeah.
35 minus 11.
Minus 11
So
is
it's 24.
24. Okay.
I got 24 minus 11. That is 13.
13. And what did you get, Aaron?
An 8.
Alright. Actually, you all see it.
Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to miss. There's a couple of centipedes about the size of a horse each.
How far away?
They're about 110 feet off.
I pull out my daggers and hide.
Alright, let's roll for initiatives.
Yay!
Oh, let me get this one.
So 21.
Oh, I thought that was a 14. I actually got a...
Can you see that on the camera?
Oop.
Can you see my die on the camera? It's a 19.
Yeah, you can.
So I got 21.
You're at 18. Or no,
Yeah, right there.
17. No.
7.
I forgot that I got the
How'd you get that?
initiative.
Oh, okay. So you got a plus 5.
Yeah.
So 23. 22.
Woo!
You're one faster than I am.
Alright, so
Yeah.
So 22. So Toshi, you've got first action.
Woo! Time to let these guys know that I have magic.
Ooh.
Yay!
Because we're not in the area
Because
that's...
we're not in the area that people don't like magic, so I might as well.
Alright.
Centipedes don't have like magic resistance at times 10. I'm just trying to
That's me. Don't forget there are ranges on some of those.
I know. Animate fire is you animate it. Produce flame is. I don't think flame would.
Produce flame means you make a
In
little
your hand.
in your hand, you throw it. It's got a range, I think, of 25 feet plus 5 feet for every 2 levels.
So it would only be 25 feet.
Yeah.
And they're how many feet out?
They're 110 feet out.
Yeah, they're too far even for my short bow.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I will do. Oh, I forgot to write down what these did.
What are you looking for?
Guidance. I think I just gave plus.
A +1 to the next skill check, I believe, is what guidance
What
does. Or no, attack.
roll. Okay.
It's a to hit roll, that's right, to attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna use.
I get the feeling these things have an insane amount of movement.
Probably.
Okay.
You know, I'm actually gonna hold my action until they get closer.
Okay, and what are you going to do when they get closer? And about how close do you want them to get before you do it?
I want them to be within range.
Of?
Oh. Because burning hands is only a touch attack, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Burning Hands is a 15-foot radius on arc. So
okay,
basically,
a flamethrower.
yeah, it's like this. 15 feet out of each fingertip, except for your thumbs.
That would hurt.
So,
Wrong attack. I'm sorry, guys.
I'll
Yeah,
wait till they
okay.
get within the 20 feet so I can use Produce Flame. Because I'm pretty sure there's centipedes that are going to be running up really quickly.
alright. So then we have, who's up next? That would be Aramil.
I'm also gonna hold off my attack with my short bow.
Okay. Till they get within what, 30 feet?
Yeah, 30 feet.
Okay. And then 16 is what your orcish friend has.
I never give him
We'll call him Gruda. Or no, sorry. Grada.
Brava.
Grada.
Female or male?
He's male. Short vowel sounds are males. long vowel
right,
sounds are
right.
females. Kratuk,
Kratuk.
Tharnak,
Gruda. Yeah, okay.
So Gruda.
Grada.
Grada. I was about to say Gruda.
Gruda would be a female.
Yeah, so that's why you changed it to Grada.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna wait till the centipedes are within, like, say 30 feet.
Okay. He's gonna wait until they're within 80 feet and then charge.
Well, that's right. They have a really large charge range.
He's got fast movement, so that makes his movement 40 feet, and he can double move charge. He's got his...
Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not afraid to jump into shit. Stuff. So...
PG.
No, just family friendly. Doesn't mean it has to be PG. Anyways, so yeah.
Okay,
So who's next?
that would be a 16. Is anybody higher than a 16? Okay, then a 15, followed by 14. It's them. They move. They get within 80 feet first because they move at 40 feet as well. So he charges, makes his attack. They're charging as well. They're denied. They've got a -2 to their AC in order to get a bonus to their attack. And they will be actually passing each other at this point, but he will be charging in to attack them. Blah blah blah. Okay. AC. Okay, so that's +2. That's 13 -2. 11. Okay, wow.
Well, did he just behead one?
Did he?
That's a nat 20 right there.
Cow.
Possible crit. It won't be a crit, surprisingly.
Dang.
He's got a +5 to attack. That's a 10. It's just one shy of what he needed to crit it since it was charging. But he does get to do a D12 plus 6 points of damage anyways. Alright, so he does 11. And it takes a whopping 10 of that.
Dang.
Yeah.
Damage reduction.
Smack. You see his great axe comes, and it cuts right into the armor plating of this stuff and does a significant amount of damage. Alright.
So much for the frost giant.
Yeah, it does. It does, alright, and then it was charging in, so it passes him, surprisingly. And it's, wait, actually, we'll know to be for sure, because there's 5 of you guys, right? 1, 2, 3, no, 4. So, Grada will be 4, and we will go Aramil 1, Mary 2, and Sand 3. 1. So this one will be moving 40 feet in, so it'll be 20 feet out from you and still charging at the end of this round.
So it's charging at me.
Yeah, it'll be charging at you, but it hits
the one that's
30
wounded or
feet
not?
in. Yes, this is the one that's wounded.
Okay.
So you get your shot.
So yes, I'm going to take my shot.
Yep. And then you will get your shot.
Oh, will you be within 20 feet?
He will be within 20 feet of him.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to take my shot.
Yep.
15 plus my dex bonus. Dex modifier is 17.
Okay, you will hit. Roll damage.
Yay!
Are my spells in the player's handbook or?
For Produce Flame, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so 6.
Does 6 points of damage. It ignores 1. It takes 5 of that. It has taken. So, yep. 15 points of damage. It is looking pretty rugged.
Did that interrupt its charge at all?
Nope.
Dang.
I need.
I'm gonna be eaten alive, guys.
I don't have a.
What's the matter?
PHP?
Yeah.
What's a P?
PhD.
There's handbook.
Oh, there's him.
There's one right
I
here.
need the.
There's one.
Alright, you are casting Produce Flame, right?
I am.
They says burning hands.
No, burning hands only has 15.
Oh yeah.
So.
Alright,
Sorry.
Produce Flame does.
I think it's a D4, maybe.
Produce flame. Flame is spread as the torch appears in your open hand. The flame neither harms nor you nor your equipment. In addition to providing illumination, the flames can be hurled or used to touch enemies. You can strike an opponent with a melee touch attack, dealing fire damage equal to 1d6 plus 1 per caster level, maximum plus 5. Oh, alternatively, you can hurl the flame up to 120 feet as a thrown weapon. I was mistaken. When doing so, you attack with a ranged touch attack, no range penalty, and deal damage as if it were a melee attack. So you can make your ranged touch attack.
So she could have done that without having to wait.
Yeah, so... But you will still get your attack and, you know, you're fine.
Sounds good.
So make your ranged touch attack, which means it ignores natural armor.
Okay, and which I'm rolling to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
I forgot my modifier for range.
12 plus...
Yeah, you hit. Roll damage. D6 plus 1.
Yeah, I forgot my full modifier for my ranged attacks.
Yeah, you would have hit, and you already hit, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I know, they would
3
have added one more damage.
plus anything?
3 what?
Is it 3 plus anything?
3 plus 1.
2.
Oh, 2 plus 1 is 3.
Yeah, and there's no
Nope.
other. Okay,
Nope.
so that's 3.
You do 3. It bypasses damage reduction, and it's taken 18. You said you would have done one more because you had point blank shot?
Well, there's point blank shot, which I don't remember what that is.
Yeah, that gives you plus 1 damage.
And what's this total attack down at the very bottom right corner of our sheets? Is that to hit or
Yeah,
to
that's to hit.
damage?
That's to hit, not to damage.
Okay, never mind.
So you would have done one more point of damage, so that's 19 points of damage it's taken. It's looking like it's on its last leg. Alright, the other one also charges, and we're going to go... Oh, also at you. Aren't you excited?
Hey! And there's no dodging in this game.
Alright, then we go for you. Ty, what do you got going on? You are hiding this round, so you are drawing your daggers and hiding. Go ahead and make me a hide check.
25.
Okay. Alright, so, yeah, you're ducking behind some rock, some large boulder in the field. Alright, next action, starting up with Toshi, you are first.
I will be doing...
You can throw another flame thingy.
How close is this thing now?
Lasts for 1 minute per level, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's 20 feet out from you.
Okay.
And still charging.
And I've got both of these things charging at me?
Yeah.
Okay,
I rolled
so-
1 both times, man. You're number 1.
Oh, I thought you said what's his face was number 1.
No, he was number 4.
Dang.
You were 1, 2, and 3.
Where did the burning hands one come from?
Burning Hands is a wizard spell. It's under B for Burning Hands.
Okay.
And you've got 9 rounds of Produce Flame left.
So you could do another produce thing. So you shoot that deck.
I could. I think I'll just do
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Each attack you make reduces the duration by a minute, so that was it. You attacked with it, so it reduced it by a minute. It ended the spell there. So you can do a Burning Hands if you want to. Burning Hands covers, you can take a 5-foot step in Burning Hands.
I could, but what's the damage on that?
It's a D4 per level. So your first level, it would do a D4, and it would cover both of them.
Produce flame would probably be better.
Produce Flame does target to does damage to 1 target, whereas Burning Hands would cover both of them for 1d4.
Think Force Lightning out of both of your hands, 1 at each target.
So
Except Flame.
It wouldn't do much damage, maximum of 5. I could get maximum of 7 out of this one.
True.
No, I'll do burning hands. I'll take a 5-foot step and burning
okay,
hands.
they do get a savings throw reflex for half. So if they make their reflex save, which they're charging, so I'm penalizing their reflex save.
Yeah.
And
so-
magic can't crit, right?
It's not an attack roll. They make a reflex save if
Oh,
they
that's
make
right.
their save.
Sorry, okay.
You're basically shooting at him with a heavy flame.
yeah, your hands become flamethrower, and
Auto hit. They just have to reflex to.
they will both fail the reflex save, so you will actually do a D4 damage.
4.
That is.
It's a 3 + 1.
You
Right?
don't get the +1. It's just D4 damage per level.
Oh, so you add another D4 when you get another level.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
That's
it's just
pretty
3.
cool.
So you got 3 to both of them. You do 3 damage to both. One of them becomes a crispy critter and stops moving. And the next one finishes his charge. Oh, no, yeah. No, you're next. You're
I was
next.
gonna say, I'm next.
You're next.
I'm
He is
next,
the
and then
fully
there's
healed-
Krishnar thingy.
He is-
The guy.
The guy.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let's have his name.
can I see an open mouth-like orifice on these things?
Yeah, but it's not like you can target it.
I can't. Oh yeah.
No. You guys, it's
I
not.
forgot. You don't do that thing. Okay, so I forgot you don't do called shots. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to attack this. Actually,
You're gonna shoot it with your bow, or what are you doing?
not sure if I can do this, but let me know.
What?
I'm going to, and if I can do this, it's what I'm going to do. Drop my bow and draw my rapier to like hopefully let the thing run up on it.
No, unfortunately, with a
to charge into.
spear, you can set a spear for a charge. There are certain weapons you can set for a charge, but a rapier is not one of them. However, you can drop your short bow as a free action. You can draw your rapier as a move action, and then when it gets in range, you can attack with your rapier as your standard action.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to charge, only draw my rapier and then attack when it gets close.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so that is what I'm going to do then.
Okay.
I'm going to drop my bow next to me and draw my rapier.
Okay. Well, a wild, crazy barbarian guy shouts, "Grishkahoon!" And he charges
And
at
what does
the.
that mean?
It
Since I
means
know
blood
what-
for the mug. And he charges at the centipede.
Hey, fucking bonus.
Yes, he is going, and he will hit for a nice little bonus. Okay, for a whopping 2 + 6 is 8. It'll take 7 of that, and it has taken a total of 10. However, it finishes its charge.
Now I do my attack.
Yup, you get your attack.
Okay, so with my rapier, quiet. Oh, damn
That's
it.
a 4 with
4, so 7.
yeah, that's not hitting.
I missed.
Alright, but he gets to do his charging attack now. He's getting a +2 to his attack for charging.
Can I do a reflex save?
No.
That was one of the saves.
The saves are generally against magic or traps or stuff like that.
If you're a rogue, you can get dodged.
Does a 15 hit you?
1 sec. I gotta remember how to do this.
It's 10 plus your dex plus your armor bonus.
Trying to remember.
10 plus your dex mod.
Yes, it just barely, because I forgot you don't include the damage reduction for that.
D8 plus
So
1.
yes, it does hit.
Alrighty.
Just barely.
Just barely.
5. So you have your armor
DR1.
is still DR1?
Yeah, my armor hasn't taken any damage.
Oh, okay. So then you have 4, so 2 to you, 2 to your armor.
Oh wait, my armor's down to 25. I forgot because my armor. got
Okay, but
damage,
it's still
didn't it?
not. It still hasn't lost its damage reduction. Just
Okay.
lost 1 armor bonus. Alright,
I
so
stopped
it,
for a second.
you.
Sure, if you want to know if I'm on the Wi-Fi or not.
Well, no, I was
I was gonna say my Wi-Fi's turned off.
I was just looking at that.
What?
There's like the chat. On
I have
top.
the chat up on the side.
Oh.
I can't actually access the chat without
Backing up.
backing out of the full screen, but I can at least see it. Oh wait.
Alright, so yeah, you're taking 2 to you and 2 to your armor.
Okay, so I'm down to 7 again.
And I will need a fort save.
Because this thing just barreled into me.
Well, no, because this thing just bit you with poison.
Oh yeah.
Better. You better.
I better roll high.
Yes!
Nice. Well done.
17 becomes a 20 for my fort save bonus.
Good.
Yeah, well, that's why I said 17 becomes a 20.
All
I
right.
sound like the aliens from when Mars attacks.
All right. So yeah, you got a nasty little bite, but you're still okay.
Woo!
All right. And then you.
I go in for the kill.
With your
Okay.
dagger. You're gonna jump on top of it and ride it like a pony.
I sneak and go in for a sneak attack.
Okay. Basically, what it is that you're getting a flanking bonus,
Yep.
and so you're going to do an additional 1d6 points of damage if you hit it. Go ahead and make an
I
attack.
get 2 1d6 points of damage. I got. I think
It's an additional one.
Oh, that was your campaign. Never mind. I was thinking about something else.
So make your attack roll.
Okay. So, please, with a level person.
19.
19.
Is that a natural 19? It is
Yes,
a
nat
natural 19
19.
with which a dagger. It is a possible critical strike roll.
Isn't a dagger 18 to 20?
No, it's 19 through 20.
Oh, okay, cool. 9.
9 plus your attack bonuses.
Down at the bottom.
Yep. Just 2, so no, it's just 11.
11. It actually was charging.
So you get bonuses from that as well.
Yes, so you
Oh,
will
did I
hit.
get bonuses to hit it?
You already hit it.
Not with my right ear?
No, you missed it.
Oh, yeah. It's
So it's times 2.
So you will be rolling times 2
No, that's
damage.
a club.
No, it's times 2 damage.
You're right,
for
it
your
is
dagger.
times 2, yep.
And it's taking 10 points of damage
So
at the
there's a-
moment.
3, and I need a
additional 1d6.
1.
Right, so your 3 plus your strength mod multiplied by 2, and then your other d6 is not multiplied.
Did it leave for anybody?
I have one right here.
It's okay. So the 3 is not multiplied. Okay, that's right, because the dagger is
Wait,
D4
so you get an
damage.
additional d4 of damage?
No, he gets the additional d6 of damage, which is the 3. What did he roll in d4?
2.
So 2. Do you have a strength mod?
No.
Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4 plus 3,
7.
7. So it's taken 17. It's still up.
Good job.
Well, this guy must be a little bit bigger, eh?
No, the other one took 20 points of damage.
Oh, wow.
This one's taking how much?
17 so far.
Oh. So it's pretty hurt. Pretty beat up.
Yeah, pretty beat up.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Well, it took 20 something points of damage is the other one. Alright, so Toshi, you are up next.
I will be using Produce Flame since we only have one other. We only have 2 centipedes after us, right?
No, 1 now.
You know,
Chris-
1. The first
I
one's-
know. I was just reading from
Yeah.
the beginning. We only had 2, right?
Yep.
Okay.
However, since it has moved in, you are now within melee range of it. So
No, I'm
casting
using
a
my
spell.
quarterstaff quarterstaff then, since he's
Okay.
within my melee.
Cool. You smack him with your quarterstaff.
We'll get bonuses.
Go ahead and make your attack
That's
roll.
entertaining.
1d6.
No,
Oh, wait.
make your attack roll.
Forgot.
8
plus. What was it?
down at the bottom.
My 8 plus.
Your melee.
My melee. So 9.
9 will not hit it, unfortunately. Okay, goes to Aramil, who is attacking with its rapier.
Yep. Attacking with my rapier. Again. I'm going to stab it. Don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think you're stabbing it with that.
No, because it's only a 7.
Alright, so your buddy, the orc, he is
so it's
attacking.
in combat.
Yeah, he's not getting it either.
Oh man.
He just rolled a 5 as well. Not so good.
Oh,
Is the centipede still after Aramil?
Yes,
Okay.
it's single-minded in its attack.
Well, I was going to ask something, but you told me to do my attack roll, so...
What were you going to ask?
I was going to say, is it possible for me to jump back and then leap in for the attack?
Lunge.
No,
Like do a lunge attack?
no,
Because that's one thing that rapiers are very good at.
no.
It's about like a 5-foot step, and then.
Um,
So it'd be like
It's a
a
step up and then.
It'd be like a 3-foot hop back and then a 3-foot lunge forward.
No. Basically,
Stay
you
one
can
place.
take a 5-foot step back, which means the critter has to move 5-foot step and then attack you.
Okay.
But, but it'll still be able to get its attack in, which it will be attempting to bite you.
Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't get the +2 bonus to attack because it's not charging at this point.
Okay, and I forgot you actually told me that I lose one of the armor bonuses on my armor.
Yeah.
So I got to do.
But he does roll a 14, and with his +3, it will make it a 17, which will hit you.
Yep.
And this might hurt a bit. Let's see. Not really. He does 3,
Really?
so damage reduction 1 is 2. 1 to your armor, 1 to you. I will need a fort save, please.
Okay,
And since you've already got a little bit of the poison going through your veins, the DC is a little bit higher.
Okay, 1 sec. Let me finish writing.
Okay.
His pencil broke and the lead hit me in the face.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Okay, so fort save. Nope.
Uh-oh. 5 plus your
3.
is an 8. No, you will be taking some dex penalty.
Oh lord.
Alright.
So I probably wouldn't be able to tell if it's a paralysis poison or
I could.
Lose 2 points of dex.
So
permanent or
paralysis.
temporary.
It's temporary. It'll take you 1
Alright.
day to heal 1 point.
Unless I use magic, right?
Yeah, but you don't have any spells that'll that'll
Okay,
heal.
so that
at
bumps
the
me
time.
down to 2, brings my dex modifier down to 1, right? Or down
what
to
is
12.
what is your dex now?
My dex now is 14, bring it down the 2 to 12.
Yeah, it'll drop your dex mod to 1.
Great!
Yeah, uh-huh.
No, it's a good thing I'm not using my bow. Actually, I probably should have kept my bow. Yep.
Alright, there is a reason they call them rangers.
Yeah.
Although some rangers do fight melee.
I was gonna say,
It
look at
stops
Aragorn.
being ranger,
Aragorn.
it becomes meleer.
Fighter.
Yeah,
Okay.
essentially.
So I blew my fort save.
Okay, so it's your action. You've
Do I
got.
still have a
No,
flanking
it's
bonus?
Toshia's action.
Nope.
I'm last action.
He's last action
Oh.
hero.
Sorry, I thought he was talking about me.
Nope. Last action hero. Go for it.
Okay, sneak attack? Or do I
You
have
still got a flanking bonus, so you do get to make your.
16 plus 2. 18.
You will hit roll damage. So D6 and D4.
There's the D6. And where's the D4?
Oh, here's one.
There you go.
4.
4 and 4.
Okay, and that will cause it to fall. And you have defeated 2 of those guys.
Would it be prudent for us to drag these bodies back and get the reward for it?
That's for you guys to decide.
Granted, I'm a little beat up because I'm poisoned right now,
Yeah.
so I'm feeling a little loopy. I have a question. Would I be able to maybe milk the creatures for poison?
You could attempt to with a survival check, but if you fail by 5 or more, you get poisoned.
Once
I'm
again.
going
Or-
to. Yeah, even more. I'm going to try it.
Okay, go ahead and make your survival check.
I need to listen to this first.
14.
Well, at least you didn't fail by 5 or more.
Wait, yeah, so 14.
Yeah, you didn't fail
But
by
I
5 or
failed.
more. You didn't get any poison out of it, but you didn't fail by 5 or more.
I'm
so
not
that's-
poison. I'm not even more poisoned.
No, but because of the way poison works, there is a primary and a secondary damage. At the end of a minute, I will need another fort save from you, please.
Great. Okay,
This is-
so fort save.
Yep, and
14.
you do make it, so the secondary damage does not kick in. You don't lose another D4 damage of dex.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's D4 for these guys. Very nasty stuff.
I wondered if these healing salves would help.
No, you know that they'll heal you, but they don't apply
not
to
useful.
poisonous. Yeah, they're not antidotes.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to sheath my rapier since it was useless. I'm going to get my bow back,
Okay.
and then I'm going to ask the group, "Hey, does anyone know how to deal with poison?" I'm kind of swaying slightly on my feet.
Yeah, you feel a little stiff in your joints is pretty
Little
much what it
maybe.
is. And yeah,
I
it's
do have heal, but I don't have any.
antitoxin.
Antitoxin
Yeah, you don't have any
or
antitoxins.
And since she's not here right now, I can't ask her.
It's almost as if you purposely butchered the word rapier. Because you almost said it right, and then you
It
stopped.
depends on where you're from. In
You
French,
almost-
it's rapier.
And then you said it wrong.
I said rapier, which is actually quite
Where's
common
that origin from?
from out east,
Okay, cool.
which is where I'm from.
Oh, that's cool.
You're just humoring me, aren't you?
No, you're
Sound
humoring
weird.
me.
Wait, what? But no, out east they call it a rapier.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyways, so I'm gonna look at the orc and ask him if he has any knowledge of healing poisons.
Poison.
Yes, I got bit a couple of times and I'm feeling stiff in my joints.
Oh, you heal in time.
Yep. There's probably.
Make you strong.
I like your hand back.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to use my rapier and my crit unless I have to. Even though the crit is better, I seem to have a harder time hitting with those. Anyways, I'm going to pick up my bow stiffly,
Alright.
and yeah, I'm going to wait for her to get back.
Yeah, I don't think she has anything that's gonna fix your poison either.
Nope. I think she said she had magic that could.
No, she said that she did not.
No, let's see, neutralize poison, I believe, is a higher level spell than what she has access to at the moment.
Oh. I am going to use one of the healing salves on my wounds to help regenerate my actual health.
Okay.
So, what do I roll for that? Because I do have heal.
Alright, well, it's a d6, and add 1 to it.
Do I need to roll a heal check?
Nope, just roll a d6.
4. So
Plus
you said add 1 to it?
Yep.
5.
There you go, you got 5 hit points back.
But not above my max.
Right, not above your max.
Okay, so I'm back up to max. Yay! That took a lot of damage from me. I just barely got back up to max.
From?
I used one of those healing salves she gave us.
Oh, gotcha.
So, I got exactly to max. Well, the 4 would give me. Anyways. So yeah.
Yeah, Lesser Restoration is the earliest level spell she would have, and that's a second level spell, and she doesn't have access to second level spells.
Actually, I have Vigor Lesser and Healthful and Cure Light Wounds.
Vigor Lesser heals hit points.
No,
Nah,
it's
poison.
Cure Light Wounds though.
No,
Does it?
no, it's hit points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Healthful Rest, when you cast it at night, when he goes to sleep, he'll heal twice as fast, which means he'll get both of his dex
Oh
points
yeah,
back.
here's 1d8 damage.
No problem.
Healthful.
So, I guess we keep walking.
Where did Healthful come from?
Healthful Rest?
No, Healthful. It just says Healthful.
Oh, I should say
Oh,
Healthful
maybe
Rest.
it's a Healthful Rest.
Uh-huh. That's from Spell Compendium, and what that does is you cast it on a person, they heal twice as fast overnight. So basically, if you would heal 1 hit point and 1 ability score point, then you heal 2 hit points and 2 ability score points instead.
Gotcha.
So pretty much there's nothing we can do about me, just wait for it to wear off.
Or wait till nightfall and cast Healthful Rest, and then by morning
yeah,
you'll have
but
it picked
until
up.
then, I mean, we're not just gonna hang out here. Ooh! I failed at milking poison. Is the meat edible? I would ask the orc if the meat on these centipedes is edible. Or if he thinks we should maybe return to town and bring these with us for the reward for them.
What's in the
Why you want to go back to town? We're looking for a Swordknoth cave.
True. But there is a bounty on these monstrous centipedes.
Oh, bounty, huh?
More
Yes.
yellow money.
Might buy some.
Takes his axe, chops off a head. Here, pudding pack.
Is there a way that I can harness and the kite from their plates. Like just kind of pry off some of their plates.
You can attempt to make a survival check if you have the survival skill to harvest something useful from it. And in this case, you're trying to harvest some plates, some chitin from it.
Survival check. 14.
Not really.
No, okay.
No. So
Never hurts.
it was worth a try. You were close, but you know.
So
So yeah, he chops off both heads and throws them at you. Does you can put them in the pack.
Okay.
Oh, I already put the head in my pack.
Okay, you put one head in his pack. You get the
I
other
put
one.
the other one in my pack, and
Yeah.
we.
It's still got goo coming out of it.
I'm not gonna put it in my pack. I'm gonna hang it from my pack.
Okay.
So I can dry.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still got goo and slime coming out of it. It's got guts.
So yes, that is what I am going to
You can
do.
always clean it a little bit first too.
And he just starts heading off towards the cave again.
Off we go.
Okay.
Off we go.
I found.
And
I hope.
Wait, weren't the
I
bloodstones supposed to be able to be found in the?
South Field,
In the
but
South
he
Field.
said he had some. He said we could find some in the cave.
Can we do a quick spot check to see if we find any
well,
around
you could.
us?
You
Are we
could.
heading south?
You're not heading south though.
Oh, we're not. Okay.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind then.
Your third encounter is there's no encounter for the third encounter check for the day. You guys got
How long till the poison would wear off?
well. You heal 1 point per night of rest.
Unless I cast health for
Right.
full rest.
True, but I'm probably gonna have to roll some more.
So
saves.
no, you've already the poison's already run its course. It's just damaged
okay.
you, and you just gotta, recover from the damage that it's done.
So I
Got
could
it.
literally heal that in one night, and then you would heal the other.
I can't read what my chat says because it's in this leather color.
Oh,
Not
him
the
and I are
black.
just going, yo!
Yeah, they're just
Wow.
they're being goofs.
I used to have it over here on the black screen, and I was able to read it better. So
Sorry.
all right. So it is. It is time. It is nighttime. It is time to set up a camp.
Time to set up camp.
Okay, so yeah.
Who's gonna stand guard first?
The orc offers to stand guard. He's like, Graddock, will say, yeah, I got watch. I take watch.
Well, there's 4 of us, so 2 of us should be on watch while the others rest.
Okay. What about you? You stand watch with me.
I'll stand watch.
No, he's pointing at me.
Oh,
You need sleep. You rest. You poison.
Yes, I'll stand watch.
Okay.
are you gonna?
I'll cast. When he's about to fall
Okay.
asleep, I will cast Healthful Rest. on
Okay.
him.
Sure.
And it doesn't stack if I cast it multiple times.
No.
So, dang it.
So
But it does mean you need uninterrupted rest.
for
So-
how long?
For the night.
The entire night.
The entire
Yeah,
night.
for your rest, for your 8 hours of rest.
Okay, so I won't be able to stand guard myself.
Oh, you will, but if there's an
your
encounter
entire
in the
rest.
middle, you need
Oh.
to stay asleep and try to sleep through it and
Yeah,
not.
that's, so you hope that you roll low and not
Yeah,
roll
you
high.
hope you roll low and not high, and you hope nothing eats you while you're still sleeping.
Okay, so
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you'll only heal normal rate. Okay.
The reason why she's casting that while he's trying to sleep this off in the middle of the fields is because she's like, oh, if I cast it on him when he's sleeping, it should be fine. Not realizing if he wakes up, it's not gonna work.
All right. So we will see if First Watch has any encounter. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is it friendly?
we don't know.
No, generally not. You're out in the wilderness. You're out in the wilderness.
At least you have fireballs.
Doesn't go fireballs.
Have you been keeping track of your spells that you've used? Because you've got a
Yes.
certain number of spells left.
I used
You've used a Produce Flame, a
Produce
Healthful
Flame.
Rest.
What level is
And
my
Burning
is Healthful
Hands.
Rest?
Healthful Rest is a first level spell.
Okay, so that's
That's 3 first level spells. How many
So,
first level spells do you have left?
I don't have any first level spells left.
You got
So I
0
have
level
to-
spells left.
So I have to use I have all my 0 level spells left.
That's what you've got is how many 0 level spells can you cast per day?
I cast 5.
Okay, so you can cast 5 0 level spells. Alright.
And they're only my druid levels, 0 level spells, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, your 0 level spells.
Great, of course they would want to talk to me right now.
Who?
My parents.
Oh, cool. What are they saying? Can you tell us?
They asked, are you home? And my mom doesn't seem to understand to turn the caps lock off.
No,
So,
she's probably yelling.
It's, are you home? She doesn't know how to turn it off, I should say.
Do that button that says caps lock?
It's a cell phone.
Do that little arrow that points up?
Not that fancy, it's a flip phone.
Oh. It's harder to turn it off on that kind of phone.
It is, but at the same time, my mom she doesn't want to learn, even though I've tried to explain it, because she feels the need to include capital letters after every bit of punctuation that requires it. For a proper English and grammar.
So when I hit level 2, I get another domain, right?
No, at 5th level. So you have 2 domains now. At 5th level, you pick up your 3rd domain.
Okay.
But you do get more spells per day at 2nd level.
Yeah, I'm just meaning, like, I was looking at the animal spells, and I was like, oh, maybe I should take that as my next domain. Do I get that at level 2 or not? Nope. Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
But that's okay, because then I'll have access to 2nd level, I think.
You'll have access still to 1st level spells, but you'll have access to more of them.
Yeah.
Alright. And we are going to do... That'll be interesting.
Oh god.
You know what? I think, are we starting a battle right now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We should be able to finish this up and then be done.
Yeah. Let's just end that.
Alright.
Yeah,
So...
we have until 2 at least. About 45 minutes.
I mean, if you guys want to go longer, we can. But, I mean, you work at noon,
I was
so,
about to say, I'm working.
so it's up to you.
It's dark out. Like, nighttime dark.
Okay.
Well, there's the fire, so you stay
Yeah. Alright, go ahead and give me spot check -9 for those who are on watch.
I do have low light vision. Does that help?
Okay, so -5 then.
Minus 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think most
These are
people
minus
like this,
9.
don't you?
No,
watch.
You said spot checks, right?
Yep.
That'd be 10.
Alright, which means you will see it. And
Oh, thank God. I was sitting here like, I didn't
Barely.
see anything. Okay.
barely.
I was sitting here, I was like, I didn't see.
So you catch movement, and it like, you catch it at the top of a hill and then it ducks back down. Can't really tell what it is, but it appeared to be a couple of creatures medium-sized.
Search check to try and figure out what they are.
Search check won't tell you what it is. You can go looking for them though, and go see if you can go find out where they're at.
I'll kind of tap on the orc's shoulder, motion to where I saw them.
Alright, he had a -9, so that put him at 7, which he did not see them. So he will, next check, so he is not aware. You will have initiative, so, and for your initiative, you'll tap on his shoulder and make him aware of it. That's what you'll be actions doing. Because he's not aware. That means he doesn't get initiative.
Is that my full action?
You can also draw a weapon or cast a spell.
I was thinking about casting a spell to help him gain some sort of
Like
attack roll plus.
guidance. Okay. You can do that.
Just something like that. Okay.
Alright, so... Oh, well, good news is they, didn't get a very good initiative roll. Oh, but they have a really good initiative bonus.
Oh, shoot.
Oh boy.
Alright, so what'd you get?
11.
They have first action. And since there are 2 of you, odds or evens?
I'll take odds.
Odds. Okay, the first one will go for the orc. And the second one will go for the orc.
You're really squishy.
I am very squishy.
Alright, they both charge him before he's aware, because you haven't had a chance to make him aware yet. And these things charge up, and they get some really cool, fun stuff, because they're gonna bite.
Oh god, more poison! Yay!
Rip.
Oh god.
Wolf.
Do we know what they are?
You'll know when they come up, and you'll see it. So, he's gonna make a bite attack, and he gets a +2 to his bite
It's a
attack.
velociraptor. No, it would be
Really? Stop giving him ideas.
Alright, so that will hit. It will do a d6 + 1 damage to him.
I'm pretty sure that he's getting bit. He knows what's going on.
Oh, he's definitely aware and will be able to roll initiative on second round. But he's going to oppose Trip. And he's tripped. He is down on the ground. The other wolf will get a +4 on his attack. And with his charge, it will hit. And do another 4. Alright.
No, just a poor orc.
Oh, well, he's got armor on, so he's only taking some of this. Alright, so you have next initiative. You're going to cast guidance, which, well, you're engaged
Do I
in
get 2
melee.
spells? Do I get 2 spells per thing, or just
No,
one?
just one.
Just one.
And you
but
are
I can
going
attack as well, right?
No.
No?
No, casting a spell is your standard action. That was what you had chosen to do.
That's right.
And he is engaged in melee combat, which does provoke an attack of opportunity. But only from one of them, because the other one's on the other side of him. So
wait, my casting a spell
provokes an attack of opportunity.
on him? Or
No, on you.
Okay.
From the wolf.
Okay.
And it is a wolf skeleton.
Oh, great.
Oh, and he will get you.
Oh, I guess you probably did, because I have 12.
3 points of damage. Are you wearing any armor?
I am.
What kind?
Leather.
Leather. So damage reduction 1. 1 to you, 1 to your armor.
Okay.
And
It starts off with 20, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's now at 19, which means it loses its damage reduction, and I will need an opposed trip check. So you can choose your dex or your strength to modify your d20 roll.
Either way, it's a +1.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so proof trip bab.
Hopefully it won't terrible.
10. Did you?
11.
You still standing!
Yes!
You like barely just step out the way as it's like, you know, hanging on for dear life. And that's with its improved trip. Yeah, it rolled a 5, dude. You got really lucky on that one. Alright. But you did take a point of damage, and I will need a concentration check from you.
Sweet.
You easily make that one.
20.
Yeah, you easily make that. It's only a DC 10 plus the amount of damage plus the spell level, so a DC 11, you make that easy.
Sweet.
You cast guidance on him. His next attack gets a +1.
Woo! But doesn't stack. That's my
No.
guidance. Oh, dang it.
Alright, so he will get to roll initiative at the top of the round. Oh, dude, he's got a good initiative, too.
All my first levels. All my first levels are
I thought one was a 0.
21. He's got an initiative of 21. Your orcish barbarian friend.
Oh my god.
So would these sounds of combat have potentially woken us up?
Yes, at the end of the round, I will need listen checks from both of you. Hopefully.
I have an amazing listen check.
Oh, I made it a -10 because you're sleeping.
Well, that's good at least.
This is how I get around.
Well, which is right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That was 5.
And -5.
So 9 minus what?
10.
10, so -1.
Well, to hear a pitched battle, which is yelling, screaming, combat right next to you, is a -5.
Oh no!
Anybody have a -5 or better? Both of you will wake up.
-1. Dang it!
No, you get to wake up.
No, that's bad. Because I
I get to wake up,
restful
yeah, which means I don't get my Do I get any of my dex back in the short time?
You'll get 1.
Okay. So I'm only at -1, which is 13, so I still get my +2. Yay! Wait. No, that's +1, isn't it?
Yeah, that's +1.
Rats.
And roll initiatives, the both of you. You will be able to take stock of what's going on this round, though.
Aww.
11.
It was about to hit 19 too, and then it rolled backwards.
So, Brad, he has first action.
I got an 11.
He's not even going to bother trying to get up. He is going to grapple this guy.
Yeah.
Grabbing it and just kind of trying to take it down to the ground with him. Unfortunately,
He didn't grapple him.
no. Yeah, I know. He's got a great bonus, but no. Rolls poorly. Next up, we've got you. No, we've got them. They had no, you, and then them. That's right, because you had 1 higher initiative than them.
Who?
No, you had. Wait, they had initiative first. That's right. Then you. So they have initiative. They are going to bite and bite
Him.
him.
Okay.
They
They don't get pluses though this time because they didn't charge.
No, but they do get pluses because he's on the ground.
Alright.
Because he's prone, and they will hit. And they will hit. So, ouch. That one did 6. That one did 5. So he's taking some damage, but he's doing all right. All right. Next up is you.
I'm close to them about like.
Oh yeah, you're within melee range.
Okay,
You can go smack him with your quarterstaff or whatever. What's your plan?
Shot allow me to shoot into melee without negative?
No, that's precise shot.
I'll smack his neck.
Smack him with quarterstaff. Go for it.
Are either of them wounded?
No,
Sorry.
not yet.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just smack the one that's closest to me.
Huh? What'd you get?
9.
9. Not enough to hit.
Wait, okay, so 8 plus my melee, no other pluses, right?
Nope.
Okay, yeah. 8. Or
Alright. 9. Alright.
I just double checked.
Alrighty, so no, unfortunately you do not hit. Aramil, you can make a quick spot and listen check and get out of your bedroll.
Okay, so yeah, I will do a quick spot and listen check. So listen first. 22.
Yeah, you definitely hear like a,
The pitch combat.
Yeah,
And
and
spot check.
sure.
22.
Yeah, you can see that there are 2 skeletal wolves, fighting with Graddock on the ground.
I am going to grab my rapier, which is
Well, you're
next
getting
to
out of
me
your bedroll.
while I'm getting out of my bedroll.
No, you're getting out of your bedroll. That's your because
Well, the rapier's laying right next to me, so I'd be
Imagine
rolling
you're-
over on top of it.
you're
to get up.
in your sleeping bag.
You're not on top of it.
Yeah, you're not just
Oh, I never
rolling
sleep
over.
inside a sleeping bag.
Yeah, well, that's what a bedroll is.
Oh,
It's like
I would
sleeping
just sleep
inside
on
your
it.
no. So, all right, and your action is last.
What?
What?
They're undead.
They are.
So I just go, I pull out my deck, I get up and pull out my dagger.
So you can spot
yeah,
and
just get
listen
up.
and get up. Yeah, that's kind of
Sorry, I forgot that was already
you definitely hear or
Spot
spot, right? You can
22.
definitely look. You see what's going on.
Listen's just a 10.
Alright, well yeah, you definitely see and hear what's going on, and you get up and out of your bedroll.
Yep, that's it.
Alright, then we go top of the round, which is him. He's gonna rage. He's very angry at getting bitten by these wolves. He's gonna rage, and he's gonna rage and grapple. Oh yeah, he's got it this time. He rolled a 17, and he is raging. So opposed grapple checks. Yeah, he's grappling them. So one is denied its dex against everybody else except for him. And
He's grappling both or just one?
just one. You can only grapple one at a time. They're both the same size as him. All right.
I was just checking, making sure.
All right. Next up are them. It's gonna. It can use a natural attack on him, so it will bite. It will miss, however, and the other one's gonna bite him. It's gonna miss too. It's got a 2. Damn, not so good rolls. Next up is you.
Me. I'm gonna smack.
Okay. Okay.
Take a book. No, it doesn't have an artery, so it doesn't sign.
I mean, I just smack.
Yeah.
And I'm right next to it. I can't.
Well, you smack.
Do I get flanking?
You are not flanking with anybody yet right now. But you do get to attack, and you're doing bludgeoning damage, which is really nice because
they're bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that does not look good. Looks like you're having the same kind of luck they are. Okay. Aramil.
Okay, well, I'm going to... Wait, my rapier would be useless against bone. Well, since I couldn't do what I wanted to do, I'm going to draw my kukri from my belt.
Okay.
And I can't charge them, can I?
You're probably within melee range of them. You can attack.
But I wouldn't get a charge bonus.
No.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'm going to... Is there a way I can get a flanking bonus on one? Like hitting the one that's...
If you move, the one that's grappled is not, nobody's getting a flanking bonus on it.
Oh.
Because he's on the ground with it, not really flanking, getting anybody a flanking bonus. It's just denied its dex mod against
I mean,
that.
technically, if it came out an attack, I would be giving them a flanking bonus.
Yeah, you could probably move to for her to give you a flanking bonus, but then you wouldn't get to attack. I mean, basically what you are is you're kind of like right next to it, but not in a flanking position at the moment. If you move into a flanking position...
If you move into a flanking position, that would give me bonuses.
Actually, you could 5-foot step into a flanking position the way I'm saying it in my head.
Right now?
Which would, and attack. And you would get a flanking bonus, yes.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do then.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll. Keep in mind that the weapon you're using does slashing damage, not bludgeoning damage. It's really
realize that, but
not
it's also
gonna...
a heavy dagger.
Actually,
so.
is it... Oh, are you using
I'm using my
kukri. Okay. I thought you were
but
saying
it's
your rapier.
it's
Well,
about.
I was going to use my rapier,
A rapier
but...
is a piercing, which wouldn't do very good either.
Well,
Yeah, neither one of them really does very good.
Well, the rapier, apparently, I'm not allowed to lay on top of my bedroll, so... Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to do the 5-foot step to get the flanking bonus and attack with my kukri. So...
Nice.
13 plus 2 is 15.
A 15 will hit. Roll for damage.
Come on, give me a 4. 3.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Okay.
Plus yours. Is it?
Strength mod.
Yeah.
Strength mod, so 4. 4
Okay.
damage.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really do anything.
It didn't do any damage?
No.
It's a slashing weapon.
Well, yeah, but I didn't think their damage reduction to slashing was immune.
Their bone.
Their only bludgeoning damage bypasses it. It's got DR5. So, but bludgeoning will bypass that automatically. Which is why her quarterstaff is probably far more effective than
Like
any of my weapons?
yeah, pretty much right now. I mean, you did really good against the centipedes, but you
Yes,
know,
you did.
against these guys,
Piercing and everything was
worst one.
great.
against these guys, you're not really all that effective right now. Might
That's
want to
what
consider
happens.
carrying a club.
Like something
I-
that's liquid, or
And
like
you
a
do
like
have
a
a
slime
club.
No, I
ball.
gave it to you.
I would not do
Nope,
any
I gave it
damage
back
to
to
them.
I picked up a random club off the ground. You have my...
You have his
Oh.
club.
I didn't know that.
All right, so yeah, you realize that your weapon is really not having any kind of impact at the moment.
Stats on club.
1d4. I think it's a 20 to crit or 19 to 20.
It's a 20 to crit.
20 to crit times 2.
Club is D6.
Oh, is it really? I wrote wrong.
Yeah, small club is D4.
Oh.
But you're a medium creature, so
Yep,
it's
so
D6.
medium is D6.
I didn't realize I had the club. I thought I'd given it back to him.
It's okay.
So...
You can just draw your club next round and whack with it.
Okay.
We'll be good.
Wacky whack.
Thank you for
All right, so we have Tyler. You are up next.
How close am I to him?
You can probably 5-foot step and attack pretty easily. You're not getting a flanking bonus or anything at the moment because she's giving him a flanking bonus and nobody else is in a position to give you a flanking bonus.
I pull out my club, 5-foot step, and smack.
Smackety smack. Go ahead and make your attack.
Ooh, nice.
That's gonna hit. Roll damage. D6 plus strength mod.
3.
3.
So,
Okay, he will take most of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that passes pretty much everything that is.
If I passes the 5, bludgeoning 5, so yeah. He does have 1 from natural, but it still damages him.
Well, yeah.
Got the first damage done.
As I said,
Nice.
so much for logic.
2 points damage.
Well, I mean, if you hit a bone, it will break easily, but you can't really cut through it, and you can't really pierce it either.
Alright, so next up we have top of the round, which is our friend on the ground who is still raging.
Rawr.
Is he basically trying to break this thing with his bare arms?
He's basically holding it on so that you guys can try to break it.
So he's.
Oh yeah, post grapple checks for the 2 of them. Yeah, he's holding on pretty good. He's got a nat 20.
So he's now grappling both of them? Or
No,
just
he's
one?
grappling one.
He's
He's
just
got the
grappling.
one pinned.
Okay, gotcha.
So it will not be able to attack him at all. But the other one will.
Yeah.
Which is what it will do now. 10 plus his 4 is 14. It's going to hit him. And
Kukri cut through a rack of cow, side of beef and...
Well, I
3
mean,
plus
Well, that's why
1
it's
is
so much
4. And
It's 3.5 logic.
It makes sense, though, if you think about it. A sword's not going to be able to cut through your bone as well as a bludgeoning weapon can break through them.
Just means the bludgeoning weapon is more effective. It doesn't mean anything.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying.
if
That's
we're
why I said
talking
so much.
logic, we are fighting undead wolves.
That's
Yeah.
why I said so much for logic. It's 3.5 logic instead.
It's D&D.
As
You're
D&D,
fighting
yeah.
skeleton wolves, which, wouldn't be fighting you in this world.
That's for sure.
I sure do hope not.
Not yet, at least. Not unless I have a way to control them.
Cool. Alright,
Alright, next up is
me?
Toshi.
Okay, I'm gonna whack a whack.
Whackity whack.
What was your initiative?
What was my initiative? I think it was
16.
like. Was it a
I
16?
think so.
Yep.
Something like that.
Nice.
I don't know why. We can always check the live stream.
It's not a big deal.
Ah, there we go.
Nice hit. Roll damage. D6 plus strength mod.
That took forever. D6 plus strength.
Nice roll. 6. Do you have a strength mod?
7.
7. He will take 6 of that. Crunch. You feel it connect and crunch a little bit of that bone. And
I'm angry.
his head turns and acknowledges
Oh
you.
no.
He's a smart wolfie.
He's a smart wolfie.
Guess who he's going for next round?
Yeah.
Unless I somehow managed to do amazing things.
Alright.
Wait, did I get any pluses for flanking or no?
Plus 2 to bonus to hit.
Oh,
which
to
is,
hit.
yeah,
Oh,
just to
shoot.
hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so next up we have Aramil.
Going to switch over to my club, seeing how ineffective
Okay,
my...
club and whack. You saw how effective her quarterstaff was. You're
Yes.
like, dude, whack this thing.
I want a quarter
Wacky whack.
Okay, so yeah.
And I just use this little walking stick too, so it's not really.
18.
Nice, good hit,
It's not really
solid.
part of my poundage.
Yes.
Roll damage.
D6, you
Wait,
said?
that's a club.
D6 plus strength.
5.
5.
Nice.
Nice. It is badly damaged.
You took 4 from that one.
Yeah.
I guess.
Took 4 and it took 6, so it's taken 10. Plus it took I think it took 2
Ooh.
before.
As a free action, can I like try to get its attention onto me?
Um,
Come on, you
Well-
bag of bones.
well, the bottom line is both of you have struck it, so it's got a choice between the 2 of you.
Now it gets to choose between.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the bathroom, I'll be right
Right?
Have fun.
I did
Your
do a little more
action.
damage though.
Yeah.
Okay, smack a fool. Let's do the
You going clubbing?
clubbing.
We're going clubbing.
He's going clubbing. Yeah, I don't think you're going clubbing with that kind of a roll, buddy.
That's okay.
Let her roll one.
Alright. least it wasn't an at 1.
Right.
Well, no, like he rolled that. He's like, well,
Yeah.
and then he rolled the d6. I was like, well, even if he did hit, he rolled a 1 on the d6, so it wouldn't have done very much.
Alright, so top of the round goes to the barbarian guy who is holding this in a pin as it will attempt to break free from the pin. And no.
Nope.
Okay. Alright, odds or evens?
Struggling to get some muscle.
Evens. Oh, it's going for you.
Ah, okay.
It will bite.
I tried it too.
You didn't do any damage to it. You
I
didn't
did 2 damage.
No, you did 2 damage to the one that's being held.
Ah.
I did
Yeah.
the 7 damage to the one that's
That's
not.
the
Yeah.
one. That's the one.
It's going for you.
Yeah. I figured.
16?
Oh, that hits.
That hits. He's gonna do d6 plus 1. 5 points of damage.
Ooh.
So you lost your DR. It's 3 to your armor, 2 to you, and I will need an opposed trip check as he tries to trip you out from underneath.
Okay, give me a second. So
Man,
3
you
to,
trip.
3 to my armor, 2 to me.
Yep.
So now it's down to 16.
So basically it's-
I'm down to...
It bites and just kind of whoop, tucks its head as it bites. And
Okay, you. I'll bite your legs off.
well,
Sorry, that was great.
didn't
That was
roll
well
very
placed.
well for its trip attack again, so you might be able to get it.
Okay. Nope.
Nope, guess not. It rolled a 5 and it gets a plus 5.
Wait, it rolled a 5?
But it gets a plus 5.
Oh, shoot.
It's 10. You are on the ground, tripped. Alright.
Wait.
Well, it goes to you.
Me?
No, to her. You
Oh.
can spend a full round action getting up and doing nothing else, or you can get up and try to do something but provoke an attack of opportunity. And guess what the wolf's gonna do for its attack of
It'll
opportunity?
bite and try and trip me.
Exactly. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna get up and try and do something. Might as well.
Okay.
I might as well try.
So it will provoke an attack of opportunity, which means it will be biting at you. Oh, wow.
Did it miss?
Let's see, 6, 9, 10.
No, I missed!
It misses.
Oh,
Lucky you.
it's so
So you get to whack him.
Okay. I'm gonna smack a smack.
Okay, smack it is smack.
Smack a smack.
Don't come back.
What did you
Oh,
get?
I got a...
Oh, that does
7. It's
not
bad.
gonna
It's not gonna
hit.
hit.
No.
It's
You
bad.
just smacked against the ground.
Alrighty. Up to you. Go to Aramel.
I'm going to
Smack it,
go
smack
all
it.
out and just smack it in the spine.
You're gonna smack it.
Yes, smack it. No.
No, you didn't smack
What
it.
did you get? Oh, 4.
Plus my 2, so no.
6. No. Alright, we go to you, last action hero.
Hit him in the humerus.
Hit him in the humorous.
It has a funny
And
bone?
then laugh at it. Because it's humorous.
It has a funny bone?
I imagine it's got a funny bone.
Hey!
11, let's do 13.
13. No. Barely misses. Oh, wait, no. He's denied his dex bonus because you're the one that's grappled.
Yeah, he's...
So, yes, the one that is pinned is denied its dex bonus. You do hit roll damage.
Yay, good job.
Nice!
6.
7.
7, because he's got a strength modifier, huh?
Or no, you don't have
Strength.
strength.
So
Sorry.
6, so it takes 5. Nice. Nicely
Not
done.
bad.
Alright. Well, barbarian dude. So then we go top of the round. Which
Really?
Is, oh, yeah.
Really?
No.
Showing supremacy over me?
So, top of the round. He continues to grapple and continues to succeed.
Sweet.
Goes to
Oh,
Tosh.
sweet. Smack, smack.
Smack is smack.
Smack is smack.
Don't come back. 14 will hit. Roll damage. Okay, that takes 1.
It takes 1 at least.
Takes 1. Alright.
Well, it takes one
It's gonna
anyway,
bite.
right?
It's gonna bite at you. It's gonna miss you.
You're getting lucky with that.
Alright. Go to Aramel.
I'm flipping out,
Smack
man.
it, smack.
Smack, smack.
Woo!
Nice.
That's better. So
That's
the
okay.
18 becomes a 20 even though it's not math.
Good hit. Roll
And I don't
damage.
get crit. Which
Roll damage.
Okay. 6 plus my strength modifier of 1.
Nice.
So
7. It is really roughed up. It's on its last. Well,
Like I said, I'm smacking it in the spine.
It doesn't just have one leg left. So it's hopping around.
Oh no, I'm hitting it in the spine.
I'm just saying, it turned into a kangaroo. Sorry, I had to.
That was pretty bad.
All right,
I'm
go
sorry,
for it.
everyone.
I'm just kind of able to
I'm sorry you get tired.
I'm gonna knock a glossary back into this.
Okay. Ooh.
16.
16.
Good hit. Roll damage.
5.
All right.
So
Does
4
4. It's bad. It's getting hurt. All right, top of the round. He's still grappling. Oh, it's all right, Maya. All right.
Oh, is Maya here?
Yeah. She's kind of falling
It's
asleep.
okay.
All right. So
yes, you are.
goes to
You're gonna just give it a line, aren't you?
goes to Toast.
Yes, okay. I'm gonna smack it. Why?
No.
No, okay.
All right. It's gonna try to bite you. Let's see. 14.
Yeah, that hit. For sure.
6 points of damage. That's 3 and 3. Ow. All right, and I will need an opposed grapple check or a post trip attack. Whoops.
Post trip.
Post trip. You can choose your dex or your strength.
Well, I mean, they both get a +1, doesn't matter.
You rolled pretty good for this one, but you rolled even better. Nicely done. He gets a 15, and you beat that 15 right out of the
By
gate.
2.
It's like having a trip to you next fall, and you're like,
Not today.
All right.
Not today.
Aramil.
Okay, smack it, smack.
Smack.
Hey, another 18.
Good roll. Roll damage.
Well, Daddy.
Come on, another 6. No!
All
2 damage.
It does a little bit of damage, but not much.
I kind of biffed it and it's like, instead of going straight
You
down,
flipped it.
I hit one of its ribs.
All right.
Smack that wolf. Smack it.
I'm gonna check to see if
Smack it.
this thing still bleeds. Oops.
That's
15.
15.
Good. Go ahead and roll damage.
6.
All right. 6. All right. Getting there. Getting there. Goes to top of the round. Top of the round. Orc guy. Oh! Wolf is broken free of the grapple. All right. So he will get his action this round. Both wolfies, unless you kill this wolfie off.
I hope so.
Go for it. Make your attack roll.
14.
Barely hits. Good roll.
Good roll, don't you know?
Come on, do some serious damage to him.
Ha!
And
7.
it falls. Second one is going to bite your barbarian friend.
At least he doesn't have to worry about getting tricked again.
He will succeed and will do some decent damage. Ouch.
Not to lose every item.
All right.
I think orcs are pretty tough.
They're pretty hardy. All right. Goes to Aramil next.
I'm going to smack. Is it possible for me to 5-foot step into the flanking? To
It's
smack
not
that
flanking, but you can 5-foot step in and attack.
Okay, 5-foot step and attack.
Go clubbing.
That plus that, so 13.
No, barely misses. Close, but not quite.
Close enough to go.
Close to no cigarette.
Well, it's a good thing I'm allergic, so
Someone's
it's
gonna say that.
Alrighty.
And maybe need another smoke.
Aramil, Sam, you're up.
San Miguel.
San Miguel.
San Miguel.
San Miguel. San Modelo Negro.
13 not gonna hit.
13 is not gonna hit. Goes to top of the round. All right, our friendly barbarian is coming out of his rage. He is winded.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he's been holding on to this damn thing for like several rounds
Several
now.
rounds, yeah.
Yeah, it finally broke free. And he's winded. He's going to spend the full round action getting up.
Okay.
Alright, he is tired of being this
I don't want to be on the ground anymore.
Your swing?
And he's still within range of my quarter staff, yes?
You can 5-foot step.
I'll 5 step.
Yeah. Okay, go for it.
We're just clubbing this thing to death.
15.
15 is good. It's gonna hit. Roll damage.
I think it's 15.
Yes.
15. That'd be a 5.
5. Okay, it's getting pretty rubbed up. All right. So there's 4 possible targets.
Oh wait, no, that was the other one. Okay,
Yeah. All 4 of you are first possible targets. He will be number 4, and then we go 1, 2, 3, just like before.
Me again? No! He's gonna kill me.
Can I do a fast action to stand up in front of him?
Nope. But it does miss.
Maybe if you were playing Maze.
If we were playing Maze, we might be able to.
Alright.
Because I mean, fiance, that would definitely be something that.
So that was the wolf, right?
That was the wolf.
So it was.
Aramel. Aramel.
Clip it.
Yeah!
Unfortunately, these things are not subject to critical hits because they are undead.
And they have no sneak attack, but I don't know how you sneak
Right.
attack.
That's still.
But it will hit.
I know it hits, but
No,
even though it's bashing.
Roll it.
Roll damage.
Okay, right now.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It didn't even roll. I rolled it and it just kind of went. I rolled it and it's like.
You're up next time.
Okay, so roll a hit, and
You got a good hit.
I
got a good
damage.
5. Almost down. Top of the round. Barbarian's gonna grab his great axe from the ground. You know, he's gonna spend a full round action, so it's not provoking attack of opportunity. Alright, goes up to you, Toshi.
My turn. Okay.
It was weird because I rolled it and it's like.
That's a lot.
11's not gonna get it. Guess who he's going for? It's a bite trip action. Oh, and that's gonna bite. 6 points of damage. That's 3 and 3.
I was at 1 hit point.
You are at -2 and you hit the ground.
And then I threw it on the ground.
You hit the ground with -2. Aramil, you are up.
I'm going to get pissed seeing her hit the ground, so I'm gonna. Yeah. Granted, I don't have rage or anything like that, but I'm gonna get mad swinging at this thing with all I
I'm
got.
gonna die.
Watch this. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Sorry.
I just had to curse myself.
He called it. Oh my god.
Okay, there are 4 possible targets for this. Same numbers. 4 for your barbarian friend, 1, 2, and 3. Please don't hit your fiance, because you will be rolling damage. 4, you hit your barbarian friend, who's already badly wounded too. Okay, roll damage.
Watch, I'm the reason he dies.
You go to swing and it slips out of your And yes, he does fall to the ground, unconscious. We go to the top of the round, which, oh no, we go to you next.
I smack bull of +1 to me.
The closest fool to you? No. Don't let this smack your buddy. What'd you get?
10.
No! So now we go to Wolfie. Wolfie's only got 2 possible targets.
I mean, you could go after the 2 people on the ground, but it's gonna try and take us all out before it does anything.
Alright, so odds or evens, Aramil.
Odds.
Odds? If I roll odds, he goes after you. If I roll evens, he goes after Tyler. I roll evens, he goes after Tyler. Ty?
It's still bad.
Yes, but at least I don't have to.
He's gonna hit you, buddy.
How much?
I rolled a 17, and he's got a plus 3.
I was such a horrible person in melee.
He's gonna do 4 points of damage.
Are we down to 2 hit points?
Well, do you have armor?
Oh, damage reduction armor? Yes, I do. So,
Has your armor damaged yet, or no?
it has never been damaged.
Okay, and it's what kind of armor?
Leather.
Leather, so DR1, which would be 3, so 2 to your armor, 1 to you, and I need an opposed trip check. This is why I like wolves. Opposed trip.
Stupid wolves.
Because they grab him like yank and like,
Get back here.
die.
Dude,
How much my armor?
it's 2 to your armor, 1 to you.
So,
What's my GR?
boost your DR, yeah. Because you're wearing leather, right?
And then what else?
Post trip check.
Opposed
So
trip check.
dex or strength, your choice.
Dex.
Alright.
14.
You beat him. He's got a 4 plus his 5 is 9. Okay.
What is the armor?
Alright, so that was him. Then we go to Aramil. Aramil, you don't have your oh yeah, you do have your club.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
you didn't
still
throw
have
it.
it.
You
I
didn't
just
throw it.
knocked
You just
over
whacked
the
him
guy.
somebody. Yeah, you just whacked him in the head.
You knocked out. I also got knocked out. The healer is gone.
I'm gonna take a shot at the wall.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Anybody else?
6.
So 8.
No,
does not hit.
unfortunately, not gonna hit. You're up, Ty.
At least I didn't hit anyone else.
Oh my god.
15.
15 will hit. Roll damage. Come on. 1 point of damage to him. Alright. Goes to top of the round. He's going to go after Ty again. Because apparently the other guy's beating up on all his enemies anyways, you know.
He's like, he's helping me.
19. That's going to hit. No.
Natural attacks don't critical unless it's 20.
That's 7 points of damage.
I'm down.
You lost your DR. That is 4 to your armor, 3 to you.
You're at -1.
No.
Because you were at 2, right?
I was at 5.
Oh, okay. No, yeah,
So-
you're okay.
So you're at 2. Okay. Your armor's getting messed up. Alright, we go to Aramil next.
I'm gonna
Oh, wait,
run.
I need a post trip check from Ty. That's right, my bad. Post trip. You probably got good.
11.
Yeah, you're good. You rolled a 2. Alright.
So he's not knocked down. He's still in the fight.
he's
right?
still
If
in
you
the
don't
fight.
kill one of these guys, I am not.
Well, there's
you're
only
not-
one left.
You're not gonna like what I'm going to do.
I already killed the other one.
I was gonna say, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm terrible in melee. Oh my god.
You do not hit him.
Why do my dice just lay down?
It
Is it
kind of
metal?
rolled.
So,
Really?
alright, we go to the top of the round, which is Wolfie. Wolfie's gonna bite you.
Yep.
Oh, I'm a dead guy.
That's a possible critical strike. That's a nat 20, buddy.
Oh, crud.
I'm gonna get the entire party
But
killed.
it is not critical because he rolls a 3.
Ooh,
So that is good, but you are taking some damage.
I need a different D20.
Minimum 2.
That's not bad.
I'm borrowing this
So
one.
1 to you.
Alright,
1 to your armor, 1 to you, and I need an opposed strength check or an opposed grapple or a trip check.
I'm rolling this one for the moment, see if it does any better for me.
Opposed trip.
That one has betrayed me.
Do you have a beat of 14?
I 13 actually. I'm tripped.
You're tripped. He's on the ground.
I'm a dead man.
Goes to you, Aramil.
Here.
Gotta do something.
I'm gonna try a
Gotta kill
different.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a different die. See if because my die has betrayed me.
That one.
14.
Nice.
So
You hit it.
16.
16 will hit. Roll damage. Come on.
Kill it. Kill it.
Come on. You gotta do at least 3 points of damage to
Yes!
Yes,
6
you
points of
take it-
damage.
You take him down.
And
I'm going to use my last healing salve on her because she's the healer of the group.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and roll your d6 and add 1 to it.
6 damage.
You get 6 back.
I just gave you 6 points of damage back.
Thank
You're
you.
up at 4.
I'm up.
So now you can heal the rest of them.
No, I
Well,
can't.
when she gets her spells back.
When I get my spells back.
I'm going to try to like drag the.
I have another
Or-
healing salve that I'm probably gonna give to the orc.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d6 and
Actually, I have Cure Minor Wounds.
I was gonna say, don't you still have some 0 level spells left?
Cure Minor Wounds.
so he gets 6 back. He's up and groggy, not feeling so good.
Because I can cast Cure Minor Wounds several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you used what, guidance once?
Yeah, I
So-
only used Guidance once, so I
You
have
got
4
left.
uses before I sleep.
You can heal 4 damage.
Yeah.
No, I can heal 2 damage to each person, really, if I wanted to. Or I could heal 2 to myself and 2 to someone else. Or
I don't
2
have
to
any-
myself and 2 and
Well,
1 to...
1.
I didn't
You
actually
got
get
1
hit.
point to each person.
Yeah, you didn't take any actual physical
Okay.
damage, so...
So I kind of feel bad for knocking out the
Orc. Yeah, he's like,
I'm actually going to apologize to him and ask if there's anything I can do to make up for it. Because I am useless. I am very
no
horrible.
hit me anymore.
I'm just really bad in melee. And I would recommend that they go get some sleep and I will take over the watch.
Okay.
What's your health at?
1.
Okay, I'm gonna use 3 uses
I'm
of
so sorry,
Cure Minor
Tyler.
Wounds on him. And then I'm gonna use 1 use on me, so I'm
Okay.
at 5. So
Okay.
I'm almost at max.
Alright.
So you get 3 of those. So you're at 4.
So
Tyler,
who's sleeping?
I'm so sorry.
Because the orc can sleep some of it off.
You did nothing to me. I was about to run.
Well,
I
with
got
the,
tripped.
with the with the
Um,
threat you made, it sounded like you were mad at me.
No, if you don't kill this guy, I'm going to run.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
I
he's
just didn't
doing.
want. I just didn't want.
You just
something-
said I'm gonna, so I didn't hear. You didn't say the run part.
No, I said I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, and you're
You're
not
not
gonna like it.
it.
Yeah, it's Ty was gonna bail on you guys. All right, so that is our session for the night. We thank you for joining us. Join us again next Tuesday. We're very excited about having you back. I'm really hoping Jeremy comes back to the group. I mean, we could really use him. I've got some really cool stuff lined up for the other campaign. This one kind of running from the seat of my pants a bit, but
Hey, it's so
the other
fun.
the other one I got some really cool stuff lined up, but we need him here. So well, let's close out the night. Thanks for sharing a night with us, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Smash that like button. Check out our Patreon.
Fan art.
Yeah, fan art.
to the
Fan
email.
art. We have space right here. Look at that right there. Space.
And you
Fan
can
art.
and you can submit it to the email in the description below.
There you go.
Also,
Listen to the man.
hit that little bell off to the right so you can get notified when we're doing our live streams.
Oh yeah, that's a good call too.
Yep.
Nice.
I just found that out about.
Smash the bell, smash the like button, smash the
Smash the bell.
subscribe button. Do it all.
Mash it, mash
Push
it,
buttons,
mash it.
buttons.
Be a button masher. In this case, it's okay.
All right.
Button.
And thank you again. See you all tonight. See you all next Tuesday night. Have a great evening.
Night.
And we are